Coast Valley weather. Quiet weather and warmer weather, too, coming in for Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia for the upcoming weekend. Pretty clear out there for the overnight hours. Our low dropping to the low 30s. We're on our way between 70 and 75 for the high on Saturday. Beautiful weather with plenty of sun. Saturday night, clear, low upper 30s to the low 40s. Highs are moving up into the mid to upper 70s Sunday with wall-to-wall sunshine. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
Pressure Services, LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and all positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screening. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please apply in person at 2702 North Freeman in Artesia, New Mexico. Equal opportunity employer.
With SRN Sports, I'm Jason Walker. If you had predicted the most valuable player award for both the American and the National League would go to Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani, you would be absolutely right. Ohtani has won his third MVP, the first in the National League. Judge, meanwhile, has won again. Both of those were unanimous picks this year. The NFL issuing a security alert to all players following recent burglaries involving the homes of Kansas City Chiefs stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. The league says homes of athletes have become, quote, increasingly targeted for burglaries. Meanwhile, in Thursday night football, Cleveland Browns upsetting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Quite a snowstorm involved in that game as well. The final was 24-19. This is SRN Sports. A lot of action on the ice Thursday night in the National Hockey League. New Jersey 4, Carolina 2. It was Detroit over the Islanders 2-1. Vegas defeated Ottawa 3-2. An overtime game, Columbus 7, Tampa Bay 6. Meanwhile, Boston was shutting out Utah 1-0. It was Colorado 2, Washington 1. St. Louis defeated San Jose 3-2. Chicago over Florida 3-1. Calgary 3, the Rangers 2, and Minnesota defeated Edmonton by a score of 5-3. Somewhat light night in the NBA. Just 4 games on tap. Charlotte 123, Detroit 121. Toronto defeated Minnesota 110-105. San Antonio 126, Utah 118, and Orlando 119. The Lakers 118. This is SRN Sports.
This sleigh, making happier holidays for deserving children right in your community. Go to toysfortots.org and learn how you can make a difference.
Eat, drink, smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That is Fingers Malloy. You got to get our books. Let's Go Bourbon and Let's Go Barbecue. Perfect Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is you want, gifts. It's available at Eat, Drink, Smoke Show. No, it's available at Amazon.com, but you can also find it at EatDrinkSmokeShow.com, and it'll take you to Amazon.com, where you then get the books and you buy the books. You're like, here's a book, and then your relatives or your loved ones are like, you're the best ever, and there's joy throughout the land. Joy throughout the land. Let's Go Bourbon and Let's Go BBQ. Available at Amazon.com. Smoking the Oscar, the Leaf by Oscar, the Corojo, this 6x50. Nice stick. Easy. Focused. A little more, now into the second, third, a little more of that coffee is picking up. A little more richness is happening. That spice, that kind of red pepper is still there, and it's just a nice, easy cigar. This is a very, very good, if you've got a bunch of people for your house for Thanksgiving, this will work. The Leaf by Oscar will be a nice thing for everybody to have. 6x50, that Toro, so long enough but not too long, depending on the weather, and at a price point that if you have to leave it behind because it got too cold, you don't feel so bad about it.
I never would have thought that would have been the case before we lit this. I thought that this may be a little bit too spicy for everyone if you were going to bring a box of these, especially for beginners. But now that we've actually started smoking it and we're well into the second, third, I completely agree with you on that.
This is a nice play and a nice piece, and we're
The battle wages on. Welcome to Roswell Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com.
The fight, you're going to be on TV, right? Netflix, all right. I guess you're a Tyson fan, is that right?
I am a Tyson fan, that is correct.
All right. Palomino dropping back to pass, rolling to the right side, will throw, and has a man open, and it looks like the Coyotes are in for another touchdown.
18 yards on Ingram, touchdown, pitch and catch coming from Jacob Palomino.
Today, your Coyotes return home to the Wool Bowl, taking on the Panthers of Gadsden High. Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by Amigo Machinery, Artesia General Hospital, Aubreed Pest Control, Candlewood Suites, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizzas, Salads, and Subs, Eastern New Mexico University Portales, and ENMU Roswell, Bergie's Plumbing and Heating, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Plateau Wireless, Richland Dodge, Richland GM, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Roswell Honda, Roswell Hyundai, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Now, on to the action.
Artesia General Hospital has welcomed cardiologist Luther Weathers to the team. Dr. Weathers is board certified with a subspecialty in cardiovascular diseases. He treats patients with genetic heart defects, heart rhythm disorders, heart failure, coronary artery disease, chronic high blood pressure, and other cardiovascular diseases. Call 575-736-8270 to schedule your visit with Dr. Weathers in Artesia or visit artesiageneral.com/cardio appointment. Se habla español.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dion's Pregame Show on KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Art Sandoval and head coach of the Roswell Coyotes, Jeff Lynn. We are here today on the 2024 Newsenda Credit Union semifinal game between the Roswell Coyotes and the Gadsden Panthers. Good afternoon, Coach. How are you today?
I'm great, man.
Good, man. I tell you what, it's exciting. What a beautiful, beautiful mid-morning. Get ready to go to the afternoon here. Right about 69, 70 degrees. Game time will be right about 72. So I'm telling you what, I'm excited to go. So, Coach, let's just start right off the bat here. Let's talk a little bit about the state tournament, the Final Four. Of course, the Roswell Coyotes taking on the Gadsden Panthers. And then, of course, the number 6 seed, the Mayfield Trojans, taking on the Artesia Bulldogs here in just a moment as well, too. So let's talk a little bit about, first off, the Artesia Bulldogs and the Mayfield Trojan football game today. What are your thoughts in that game? Winner advances to the state championship, and loser goes home.
Yeah, I think that'll be a very competitive game. I mean, they've played the last game of the season, so I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago they played. The score really wasn't indicative of how close that game was. I think it was a 35-28 game going into the last 5 minutes of that game, and then Artesia scored a late touchdown to push it to a two-touchdown lead. So I think that's going to be a very competitive game. It's down in Artesia, so you got to give the edge to Artesia. But Mayfield kind of has the recipe to beat them. That game will have to break right for Mayfield to win. I mean, in the first game, Mayfield got down 2 touchdowns, and their offense really isn't built to. They really need to try to keep the game, not get behind, because they're a ground and pound football team, and they're very, very good at it. They're very physical, and the quarterback's a good runner. The running back's a good runner. So for them to win that game, they can't get down. It'll have to break the right way. But, just looking at it, I'd have to give the edge to Artesia in the Bulldog Bowl. But should be very competitive.
Well, sounds good. Well, Coach, first and foremost, congratulations to making it to the Final Four once again. Semifinal game. It's been kind of a habit here for the Roswell Coyotes to either get into the playoffs, quarterfinals, and then most importantly, the semifinals. It's just kind of been tradition here at Roswell High School. So first and foremost, congratulations. But let's go ahead and recap the Roswell Highland game last week. I thought Highland was much improved. I thought it was a good contest, but the Roswell Coyotes really dominated and got the victory 42-0.
Yeah, no, I thought we played really well on special teams, and I thought we played really well defensively. And then we played well at times offensively. We had some balls hit the ground a couple of times, some fumbles, and some, we had some penalties that we made on offense that really kind of slowed us down a little bit offensively, and we're going to have to eliminate those today to be successful. But overall it was a good team win for us, but I really thought our specials and our defense was lights out, and we've got some things we need to improve on offensively, but if we can do those things, I think we'll have success today. But the running back from Highlands is a good football player. We said that we needed to shut him down. I think when our first string offense was in there, he had 6 yards rushing. I think he finished with like maybe 56 for the game. So that was our one goal. We wanted to shut him down, and they did a good job of that. And then I thought we had we had a couple returns in the punt return game, and I thought that was good. Kickoff coverage was good. So just a good overall team win. We've got some things we need to clean up this week, but a good win for us.
Well, sounds good. Let's go ahead and shift gears to this afternoon state semifinal game between the Roswell Coyotes and the Gadsden Panthers. But first and foremost, Gadsden took on Los Alamos last week and defeated Los Alamos. Pretty good Los Alamos team, by the way. But Gadsden was successful, winning that game 43-14. Was that any surprise to you that the Gadsden Panthers handled the Hilltoppers the way they were handled?
No. And that was a little closer game than people give it credit for. It was 14-7 at half,
right.
And actually, I think Los Alamos tied the game in the third quarter, 14-14, and then Gadsden really turned on the juice in that end of the third and fourth quarter and put those guys away. So it didn't surprise me. I felt like Los Alamos had really good skill kids going into that game, but I felt like Gadsden had a massive advantage along the offensive and defensive fronts, and that's what happened. I mean, when you have good skill kids, you can hold up for a while, but then once the wear of those guys leaning on you, those defensive linemen, offensive linemen wearing on you, eventually you cave and the dam breaks and you can't stop them. And so that's what happened in that game. That's kind of the way I felt the game would unfold. But no, I thought that game went according to plan. I didn't see Los Alamos winning that game just because Gadsden's so much better up front.
Yeah, well, sounds good. You're exactly right. Gadsden, the Panthers are big up front, but early in the year, the Roswell Coyotes did take on Gadsden. Gadsden made the long trip to Roswell, and the Coyotes, and I don't want to say handled them pretty, soundly, but the gist of it is the Roswell Coyotes were successful, 45-7 or something like that. It's going to be different here in this semifinal game, I promise you. What are your thoughts on Gadsden offensively, defensively? They're big up front. What's your opinion on Gadsden this afternoon?
Well, I mean, they haven't changed a whole lot. They're still a ground and pound football team on offense. It starts with their running back. He's a very good player. He's low to the ground. I bet he squats 400 or 500 pounds. I mean, he's really strong. He's got really good balance. I mean, he's not gonna run away from you. He's not super fast, but man, he's got good balance and he can break tackles. So it all starts with him. The quarterback's mobile and a good passer, and they've got good skill kids on the outside at the wide receivers and slots. So for us defensively today to stop their offense, we've really got to stop the run. I think if we can make them one-dimensional, then that really helps us.
Sure.
And then defensively, they base out of an Okie front. They played us in an even front the first game. And we think we're probably going to get more Okie, and we think they're going to probably be more aggressive with us this time around than they were the first time. In the first game, they kind of sat back and played coverage and did some things. You watch their game against Deming. They were super aggressive, and they had a lot of success defensively. So we think that's what we're going to get. We're going to get a more aggressive approach out of them defensively, and so we're going to have to be able to handle that aggression. Special teams, I think we've got an advantage there. I think our punt team's better than their punt team. I think our punt return team, they've got a dangerous returner back there. He's a really good player. But we've had success on punt return all game. Kickoff coverage has been playing lights out lately, and then our kickoff return, we haven't got a whole lot of opportunities the last couple of weeks, but I think if we get those opportunities, those kids will perform. So for us, to win this game, we feel like there's 3 things that are really important. Number one is we have to outrush our opponent. Okay. That's an offensive and a defensive goal. We have to stop the run on defense, and we have to establish the run on offense. The number 2 goal is we have to win the big plays. We have to have more plays over 15 yards than they do. We can't give up the big play defensively, and we've got to have some explosive plays on offense. And then the last thing is our specials have to be special. I mean, our special teams. This is semifinal games are 3-phase games. You've got to play well on offense, defensive, and specials. So our specials have to be. And if you look at the first game, our specials were the difference. I mean, we had a blocked punt that scored, and we also had a punt return that scored, and that really what put the game away early was those 2 plays. And so if we can replicate that tonight, we feel like we've got a good chance.
Sounds good, Coach. Of course, an extra day to prepare for this semifinal game right now. But talk a little bit about practice. I know I had the opportunity to go out and watch practices a couple of times this week. It looks like the kids are motivated. The coaching staff is on board. Tell me your thoughts on your practice this week.
Yeah, we didn't practice Monday. We just wanted to get in our regular schedule. Usually our schedules, we practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, go a little lighter on Thursday, play on Friday. Well, we came in on Monday and we lifted and we ran and we watched the game from Highlands, and then we let our kids go and finished up our game plan. And then we had really good practices on Tuesday and Wednesday, probably the best 2 practices we've had all year long. Wednesday, we kind of threw some things at them that they weren't expecting, and so it was a little bit it was a good practice. It just wasn't as good as the first 2 days. But then Thursday we had another good practice, and so I really feel like our kids, we talked to our kids, early in the week, but we said, this is the same scenario we've had the last 2 years. I mean, we've 2 years ago we had beaten PV during the regular season bad, and then they came back and beat us in the semifinal and kept us from our goal. And then last year we beat Artesia in the regular seasons, and then we came back and lost in the state championship. Last 2 years, we've lost to a team that we've beaten in the regular season.
Right.
Therefore, we've got it. So we asked them, we said, so what do we have to do to get over that hump? And they said, we need to prepare and we need to be focused. And I thought our preparation was phenomenal. I thought our focus was all week. So hopefully that translates today into a good performance.
Sounds good. Well, Coach Lynn, is there anything in closing, sir? I know it's getting close to game time. You want to get in there with your ball players, have a little discussion, lights out. And is there anything in closing you want to talk about? Say hi to anybody. This is going to be, KSVPTV.com. We're going to have a lot of listeners, a lot of watchers. Anything for the fans?
Hey, this is Roswell Kite football. I say this all the time. My first 4 years, we didn't make a semifinal. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And now we've been in 6 of the last 7. We've been in semifinal games. We can't take this for granted. The good people of Roswell, you can't take this for granted, man. We need your support. We need you to come down to the Wool Bowl today, and we need you to support us and wear that red and be loud. And we need to welcome the Gadsden. Gadsden hasn't been in the semifinals since 1972. We need to welcome them to the semifinals. We need to have a big crowd there. They need to be rowdy, and we need that 12th man today. So if you can make the game, then watch it on KSVP, but we would sure appreciate it if you got out and supported our kids today. So thanks, and we're just super appreciative of KSVP doing this for us. We know that they have to make a financial investment. They have to pay the NMAA to broadcast this game because the NMAA has broadcast rights with NFHS, so they're having to fork out some money just to broadcast this game. We sure appreciate KSVP and their support of Coyote football and broadcasting these games. I've got relatives and friends all over the world that are going to watch that, and we sure appreciate their financial investment in our football program. So just fired up for today, excited. Don't take this for granted. Let's go win this ball game.
Well, sounds good. Well, there you go. Jeff Lynn, head coach of the Roswell Coyotes. He's going to be going in to meet with this team here in just a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening and watching KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, Gene Dow, and our producer, Tanner Todd. We'll see you here in just a minute as kickoff will begin at 1 p.m. We'll be right back.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender love and care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack. In fact, they're downright funky. Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 632-2668.
Find your path to a greater future with Eastern New Mexico University. If you're looking to take the next step in your higher education journey, both in person and online, Eastern New Mexico University is the place for you. ENMU is now accepting applications for spring 2025. So don't miss out on your opportunity to join more than 5,700 fellow Greyhounds on this exciting path to student success. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
Welcome back to the Roswell Coyote Pregame Show. Now time for your Roswell Coyote Player Spotlight.
My name is Jeff Lynn, and I'm the head football coach of the Roswell Coyotes. I don't have a number. I'm 49 years old. I'm 5'10", 230 pounds. I'm involved in football. I go to church on the move. My favorite teacher is Miss Ridge. My favorite football team is the 5-time world champion Dallas Cowboys, baby. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is getting to coach these young men in the ball games on Friday night.
My name is Jalen Cloud. I'm number 2. I'm a senior. I play running back. I'm involved in football and basketball. My favorite football team is the Kansas City Chiefs. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is it's more than just a football team. It's the brotherhood, and on Friday night, it's just fun to play.
My name is Matthew Castillo. I'm a senior. I play slot receiver. I'm number 3. I'm involved in track and powerlifting. And my favorite football team is the Green Bay Packers. And my favorite part of being in Roswell High football is just to be around the people that I'm with every day.
My name is Colby Sanchez. I'm number 4. I'm a junior. I'm involved in FFA football, and that's it. My favorite teacher is Mr. Armstrong. My favorite football team is Kansas City Chiefs. My favorite thing about being a Coyote football player is the brotherhood, and I think it helps everybody out.
My name is Bobo Marujo. My number is number 5. I'm a senior. I play corner. I'm involved in baseball, football, wrestling, and powerlifting. My favorite teacher is Lisa. My favorite football team is the Seattle Seahawks. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood and yeah.
So my name is Luis Godoy. I'm number 5. I'm a senior. I play running back. My favorite teacher is Coach Lynn. My favorite football team is I Don't Got None. And my favorite thing about the football team is being a Coyote.
My name is Keegan Nichols. I'm number 7. I play strong safety. I'm involved in wrestling and powerlifting. My favorite teacher is Miss Ingram. My favorite team is the LSU Tigers, and my favorite thing about being a Coyote is just being able to play under the Friday Night Lights.
My name is Mason. I'm number 8. I'm a senior. I play receiver and DN. I'm involved in football and baseball. My favorite teacher is Miss Wilson. My favorite football team is the 49ers. And my favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood behind it.
My name is Andrew Padilla. I'm number 9. I'm a senior and I play weak safety. My favorite teacher is Miss Ingram. My favorite football team is the Philadelphia Eagles. And my favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood.
My name is Jacob Palomino. I'm number 10. I'm a senior. I'm the quarterback. I'm involved in football, basketball, and baseball. My favorite team is the Dallas Cowboys. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the bonds we built here in the communities on Friday night.
That's your Roswell Coyote Player Spotlight for tonight. Pre-game show continues right after this.
Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and Coyote Football. We are here at the 2024 Nucinda Credit Union State Football semifinal game between the Roswell Coyotes and the Gadsden Panthers. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. Coach McDonald, good afternoon, sir. How are you today?
I am perfect because it's a perfect day for football. The Roswell Coyotes are in the semifinals for the 7th out of the last 9 years and at least the quarters in 9 of the last 9 years. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a good one. You know, we beat them bad last time, but this is going to be a good one. I just got a feeling.
Well, you're definitely, you're absolutely correct, Coach, because here's the thing. You know, the Roswell Coyotes, they did play Gadsden back on October 4th, 2024, and the Roswell Coyotes did defeat Gadsden with a score of 48-7. That was early in the year, but I'm going to tell you what. The Gadsden Panthers are here in the semifinal game. This might be a different game this afternoon.
Well, if you just look at their schedule and you look at the teams they've played and the scores and the results, I mean, this team is 8-3. So they've lost to us. They lost to Artesia in Artesia, and they lost to Deming in Deming. I mean, there's not a bad loss there. I mean, their worst loss is probably to us, and not that they lost to us,
right?
But just because it was so lopsided. I mean, this is a really good football team, and I'm sure the Coyotes, Coach Lynn and the boys, they know that, and they're not taking this one lightly.
As we talked in the pregame earlier, Coach Lynn and I, we were talking about the Coyotes. In order to win this game tonight, or this afternoon, the Coyotes are going to have to win the 3 phases of this game. They're going to have to win it on offense, they're going to have to win it on defense, and most importantly, Coach, they're going to have to win it on special teams. They're going to have to eliminate the penalties and do everything correct in order to beat this Gadsden Panther program.
Well, I couldn't agree more, partner. I mean, these two teams are not as evenly matched or not as mismatched as you might think.
Right.
I mean, this is a team that can hang with the best of them. And that your comment about the 3 phases, I agree completely. I always like our chances on defense. I think for the last few years we've had one of the better defenses in the state. And I really like our special teams this year. I mean, I just think those 2 phases, if we win those 2, and of course you win the offense, obviously it's going to come together, but I'm real confident in special teams, and I'm real confident in our defense.
The Roswell Coyotes coming in this contest 9-1 overall, 6-1 in district play, ranked number 1 in the state of New Mexico 5A classification, 6th overall in the state of New Mexico. And the Gadsden Panthers coming in 8-3, as you referenced earlier, 4-3 in district play, ranked 14th overall in the state of New Mexico. Now, winner will advance to the state championship. Correct. Loser will go home. Now, about 45 miles south of Roswell, the Artesia Bulldogs, they are taking on the number 6 ranked Mayfield Trojans. Winner of that game will advance to the state championship next week as well. Now, Coach McDonald, you and I had some differences of opinion. Most of the time we do that, and that's okay. But here's the thing. I want your prediction 45 miles south of town.
All right, 45 miles south of town. I'll say it's going to be Artesia 45. And I'll go 28. 45-28 Artesia down the road. And, I'm fairly confident in that.
Okay, well, here's the thing that I was going to say. As you keep an eye on the flip right there, I'm going to tell you a little bit here, Coach. Now, you're playing in Artesia. You're 14 points down as you're going into the Bulldog Bowl. But here's the thing. I'm probably going to get hurt here by saying this, but I think...
Don't listen, Gene. Don't listen.
And, Gene, here's the thing. The Mayfield Trojans really played the Artesia Bulldogs very well the last time they played. And I tell you what, both squads, Mayfield and Artesia, very, very, very well coached. Now, as I mentioned earlier, they're already down 14 points going into the Bulldog Bowl, but I think it's going to be a very, very good contest. I'm going to pick the upset, and I think the Mayfield Trojans by 3.
All right. Is it going to be a low-scoring affair, a high-scoring affair?
Well, I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, and I think that I say that for the most part, but I'm going to tell you why. Mayfield Trojans, I think Coach Gary Bradley and his team, he's going to slow the ball down, and they're going to be effective in that point. In my opinion, I'm probably going to be wrong. I'm telling you right now, 95% of people are going to say, you're wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And I probably am wrong, but I'm going to pick the upset.
All right, give me a score.
48. Let's go 45-42.
Okay.
All right, so we'll see what happens. The text message is coming in now.
And for this game, give me your prediction on this game. I went first on the last one.
Sure.
You go first on this.
Sure.
one.
I think the Roswell Coyotes are going to win this contest, but I think it's going to be a lot tougher than the last game. I think the Roswell Coyotes are going to win this ball game with a score of 42-35.
Ooh, that is really close. All right, so you're saying 42-35. I'm going to say Coyotes 35 and
I'm going to
Gadsden 21.
Well, let's go to 28, Coach. I'm going to change that. 42-28. This is a semifinal contest. I think the Roswell Coyotes, as you mentioned earlier, they've been in the semifinal game, 7 out of the last 9 years, and been in the state championship last year, and they're going to try to do everything they can now. I do feel confident that the Roswell Coyotes will win this contest. All right, so it looks like the Roswell Coyotes won the toss, and I think that's what it is. We're going to go ahead and assume that, and they're going to defer to the second half. So the Roswell Coyotes kick in here. It is game time, a beautiful 64 degrees, no wind. We're here November 23rd, 2024. Winner will advance to the state championship. And just like that, that's number 5. It's going to be Steven Morales with the return, and a nice return. But here's the thing, Coach. The quarterback for the Gadsden Panthers is going to be number 1, Adrian Munoz. He runs the ball well. He can throw the ball well. Not a real big guy, but I think he's going to be very effective here in today's game.
Well, I agree with you. He's a legitimate run-pass threat. He can do both. They've got the running back, Andrade. He's very good, over almost 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns this year. They're lining up empty backfield here. This is a little bit of a surprise. Didn't see much of this in the last game or on film.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. The Gadsden Panthers are working north to south, dropping back to passes Munoz. She dumps it into the flat area. It's going to be caught, and that's going to be caught to Minhades. Excuse me, Minhades. I better get my glasses on there, Coach. Minhades. So it's going to be 2nd down and probably about 3 or 4. And here's the thing. The Roswell Coyotes win this ball game, and if the Artesia Bulldogs win this ball game, the state championship will be here in Roswell at the Wool Bowl next week. If the Roswell Coyotes win the ball game and Mayfield wins, that game will be played in Las Cruces. So a lot at stake here. We'll see what happens here. We'll keep you updated with the score from the Artesia Mayfield game here in just a moment. And good defense by the Roswell Coyotes. And again, Coach, you've been stressing this for the last 2 years about the Roswell High defense. And why is that, Coach?
Well, just an incredible job. First by Coach Art Bolaños, now the head coach at Goddard, now by Coach Joe Fortner. I mean, these, and most of all by these kids. I mean, this defense has been as good as there's been in the state over the last 4 or 5 years easily, but especially the last 3. Since COVID, this defense has been unbelievable. 3rd down and 2 from the 29-yard line. 0-0 is the score here in the first quarter. Semifinal game here at the Wool Bowl. And again, empty set, and we didn't think this was going to happen. But Munoz is going to throw up, and it's going to be intercepted by Zach Carrasco. He's on the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Coyotes. And look at that, the defense once again comes through, and the Coyotes strike first. 40 yards on the return, and Carrasco was just waiting. I mean, he's just in that safety position doing exactly what he's supposed to do and what he does so well. I think that's 4 pick-sixes on the season and 7 or 8 total interceptions. Zy Carrasco, I tell you what, he has been so much fun to watch, well, for a long time, but especially this year. All right, and it looks like, I believe that's going to be Vera kicking PAT, yep, the left-hand freshman. The lefty. The lefty, the left-handed, the left-footed. There is the PAT. That is up. Indication is good. Coyotes strike first, 7-0. We will take a break. You are listening to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
All right, we are back. And just like that, the Roswell Coyotes get on the board first. 40-yard pick-six by Zy Carrasco, and the point after touchdown is good. 7-0.
I tell you what, this is deja vu all over again. I mean, we scored early on defense the first time we played them, and here we go again.
Well, I believe it was, you said deja vu. Was it a pick-six in the last time?
No, it was a snap on a punt that went over the punter's head.
Okay. Yeah, and I was actually on the hunt back then, so I know it was you and Ernie doing it, but looks like the Gadsden Panthers will take over 1st and 10 from about the 24. Let's see what the Gadsden Panthers will do here on their second drive. If they're going to stay in the empty set, or they're going to try to run the ball and maybe just stall a little bit.
Well, I mean, they're a run-first team. They run 62% of the time for the season, as opposed to 38% of the time throwing. but they didn't have any success doing that against us last time. And once again, there's number 43, Gage Badu, making the tackle there. But, they may be forced into it, and that was a recipe for disaster for them last time. So, they're going to have to establish something offensively here. And I agree, especially in the running game, if they are going to avoid letting this one get away from them.
A decent crowd here on the west side of the field here. Looks like fans are still coming in. Decent crowd on this visitor side as well. So the Gadsden Panthers brought a pretty good crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a real good crowd for that distance. But, hey, it is the semifinals.
Absolutely. Winner will advance to the state championship, New Mexico State Championship next week. It is 2nd down and 9, so there's 1 yard gain for Gadsden. It's going to be trips to the top of your screen. Your quarterback for the Gadsden Panthers is going to be Adrian Munoz. In trouble, rolling out to the left side into the flat area. Almost picked off, but let's see if it's going to be caught, and the reception is going to be caught at the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that is a tremendous throw.
Yes, it is.
That's a great catch to get your feet down. So, that's a good sign for the Gadsden Panthers right now because, boy, otherwise they've got to stop this now because they know exactly, they know better than anybody. It can get away from you in a hurry.
Coach, for the listeners on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and even the viewers on KSVPTV.com, please explain the rule in high school football. You don't have to have 2 feet in high school.
Correct. Yeah, no, it's just 1. You have to have possession of the ball and 1 foot down in bounds. Oh, little shovel pass, but Noah Lynn says, no way am I letting that go.
Well, what a dangerous pass right there, that shovel pass by Adrian Munoz. And I'm telling you, Lynn was right there that quick. That could have been picked off again for another pick 6.
Yeah, Noah Lynn, who has worn more numbers this year than I don't know a good analogy for it, but wearing his brother's 33 for the last couple of games.
Yes, he has.
And you know it's him just by the way he plays. I don't care what number he's wearing.
2nd down and 10 from the 40-yard line. 7-0 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes on a 40-yard pick 6. And just like that, Munoz is in trouble, dumps it off, and almost picked off by Carrasco again, but that's going to be an incomplete pass, and going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 for the Gadsden Panthers.
Yeah, that was nearly a second pick of the game for Carrasco. I'll tell you what, I'd be real nervous. On the first play of the game, they threw on the same side as Carrasco and Nichols.
Right.
I mean, I'm coming up with a game plan where you don't throw towards both those guys. Maybe you have to throw to one of them, but you sure don't throw where they both are.
Empty set once again. Sorry, Coach.
That's
Empty
right.
set once again, and we have Anthony Palomares in motion. It looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field, and the timeout is going to be charged to the Panthers. We're going to take a timeout, too. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Registration for the spring semester is on now at ENMU Roswell. A great career in healthcare, arts and sciences, or technical trades is waiting for you. Now's the time to skill up and get certified. Register today for spring 2025 classes and talk with an advisor. Log on to roswell.enmu.edu. ENMU Roswell. Success starts here.
Success starts here. ENMU Roswell.
All right, welcome back to the Wool Bowl here in Roswell, New Mexico. It is 3rd down and 10 for the Gadsden Panthers. Empty set for Munoz and the Panthers. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Looks like the Coyotes might be bringing the house.
Yeah, that does look like max pressure up the middle. They do, and that's what happens. That'll be short. Let's see if they – boy, this is a go-for-it situation if you ask me.
Well, absolutely. It's going to be 4th down and about 2-3 yards. And let's see what Coach Fazio will do here on 4th down. They're going to line up for the punt.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to punt it, though.
Here's my opinion. And we always agree to disagree, but you're in a semifinal game here. Winner goes to the state championship. And in order for Gadsden to be successful, they're going to have to take on these things here. Maybe is it a long count? Could it be a trick play in the first quarter?
I mean, if you're ahead or it's still tied, I can see punting.
There it is.
There's the fake. Yeah.
There's the fake. And look at that. It's going to be the ball still on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by the Roswell Coyotes. And the Roswell Coyotes have great field position, and it's going to be the Coyotes going to take over about the 28-yard line of the Gadsden Panthers.
Yeah, that's Mason Greathouse picking up the fumble. He's going to get Oh, I thought he's going to get elevated by Coach Boggs, but he's not.
Did you see what happened there on that snap?
I didn't really. It looked confusing to me.
So, in my opinion, it looked like it wasn't going to be. It was going to be a fake.
Yeah, no, it was a fake. I just didn't see it. They snapped to one of those 3 up-backs.
It was.
But I didn't see what happened after that.
Yeah,
it didn't look good from the beginning.
No, not at all. So first down and 10 from the 28. The Coyotes.
Keep an eye on Cloud here.
Yeah, look at Cloud on the bottom of your screen here. It's going to be pistol formation. Palomino going to go to the end zone. And it's going to be just incomplete, and good thought on the fade or the go route.
Well, I think Cloud did a little more go, and Jacob did a little more fade, so it didn't work out. But I tell you what, I love taking a shot right there. You got one-on-one with Cloud. He can run by anybody. And Jacob just couldn't quite find him.
So second down and 10 on the incomplete pass by the senior captain quarterback, Jacob Palomino. And I'm going to tell you something, Coach. That young man right there, he was a starting quarterback and has really just done a good job, has improved every game. And that's a good hard run. And I believe that's Aby Toscano.
Yeah, Aby's going to have about 9 on that one, bringing up a third and short. Let's see if they bring they're not going to. They're just going to leave the regular offense out there.
Seeing number 4 down there. That looks like Colby Sanchez coming in. Jacob Palomino on the trot, getting his Coyotes ready here.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little option type of run here with either Jacob or Aby.
They're going to have to say Colby Sanchez is going to have to come out of the game due to his knee pads.
Yeah, uniform.
Yep.
Not correctly being worn.
So Dominic Pacheco will come in the ball game here.
Yeah, this was always gonna be a
little
run,
toss.
in my opinion. Cloud touchdown.
And Cloud makes the second effort, and the indication is a touchdown. Touchdown Coyotes.
19 yards for Cloud on the pitch. And we haven't, there's been some injuries with Jalen this year. We have not seen the best version of Jalen Cloud, except with the possible exception of the Artesia game.
Right.
That's what you can come to expect from him. But he showed it right there.
All right, and the freshman will get it through. The score now is 14-0 here in this first quarter. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. With durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all, you need the Kubota construction lineup. Right now, write it off a lot and write it off your taxes for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months or save up to $4,000.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Coyotes extend their lead 14-0 on a 19-yard run by Jalen Cloud. Actually, it was a toss, and second effort gets Cloud in, and the freshman makes the PAT 14-0. And am I seeing a pooch kick or
a little pop-up?
Little pop-up. All right, and now that's going to be number 32. That's going to be
Ramage, I believe.
Cannon Ramage.
With the special teams tackle.
All right, Coach, let me ask you a question here. You and I talked just briefly during the break, but, we had our predictions, and right now the Roswell Coyotes leading 14-0. I think we're kind of questioning ourselves a little bit here.
Well, I mean, it's
to a point.
It's early, obviously. We just barely played half a quarter, but this Roswell team has come to play. No, there's no letdown here. There's no overlooking them. There's no looking ahead. There's no taking the other team lightly.
And you know why? Here's the thing that, Coach Lynn and I talked about during pregame, and here's the thing, as we talked about, you have to win the 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. And right now, as far as special teams are concerned, I think the Roswell Coyotes have already got that 1-0. I mean, yes, it was a fake. It was a fake by the Gadsden Panthers, and the snap went wrong or something went south. But the Roswell High Coyotes got on top of it and took advantage of that error on that turnover. And
David Galmon with a huge tackle for loss there on the solid, more than solid, on the great running back Alfredo Andrade.
Trying to see if there's a quarterback change here for the Gadsden Panthers. No, it remains Adrian Munoz.
Yeah, I don't think unless there's an injury we'll see that.
Uh-oh, they have one open downtown.
Turn around.
No, I don't know about that.
Well, I disagree.
How was that a pass interference?
You know, if you want to go by the letter of it, if you want to get technical,
it was.
I mean, he's running it with the guy, and the guy stops. But boy, it all happened. I mean, the ball hit him in the 4 and the 3, or right between the numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the call.
Yeah, I don't like the call either.
But it's going to be 15 yards.
Well, it's going to be an automatic first down. And, Coach, I had lost my train of thought. I was talking about something earlier, but I don't like the call.
No, I don't like it either. I think it would have been a good no call, but that is what they called, and that's what matters. So here's their first trip, well, not quite into Coyote territory.
Yeah, first down and 10 due to the pass interference. And that one's going to be caught by Anthony Palomares.
Yeah, just a sophomore. That's a great catch because that's pretty good coverage by Zy Carrasco.
Well, it's a pretty good pass.
Well, excellent pass.
By Adrian Munoz. Hey,
Yeah.
Coach, do you have a score down south by any chance?
We just had one. Artesia celebrating. Actually, Mayfield had driven down deep into Artesia territory, and I think they turned it over on downs, but I'm not sure. But Artesia has scored quickly here, and they lead 6-0 with about just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
All right, first and 10 from the 29-yard line, and we have flags all over. And that's going to be a flag on the Gadsden Panthers.
Kind of procedure penalty against Gadsden. So that will back them up. And this puts them in a tough spot because now you got a tough down and distance. You're not going to punt from here unless you lose tons of yardage. Too far to kick one probably, so this is probably just 4-down territory.
That one's going to be handed off to Alfredo Andrade.
You get about 6, maybe 5.
Yeah, looks like they're going to give him 6 yards.
Brandon Janow, is that how you say that?
Say that again, Coach?
Janow or Jano?
What was the number again? And I can tell
18?
you. 18. That's going to be Jano.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice pass and a good catch. Christopher Orozco for the Gadsden Panthers. And the Gadsden Panthers doing a job here on this third drive.
Yep, they are definitely doing that. That was a well-executed play. They got the defense to focus on the run, which is understandable, and then hit the little slant.
Yeah, and this is, and I don't want to jinx it, but this is where the Roswell Coyotes are really tough defensively. It's first down and 10 from the 16-yard line. Yeah, and this is a great run, once again, by Alfredo Andrade.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's got huge numbers this year, and they've been effective running the football against basically everybody but us. I mean, that's just how it is. They ran the ball well against Artesia.
Yeah, one of the things the Coyotes can't do is they can't overlook, even though they're up by 14 here in this first quarter, 14-0 is the score with 4:35. They can't overlook this game. You know, they have, last year the Coyotes got to the state championship, losing that game by 14, if I'm not mistaken. And, of course, the year before that, the Roswell Coyotes played the Piedra Vista Panthers and beat the Piedra Vista Panthers earlier in the year and then lost in the semifinal game. So one of the things they have to do is try to do everything they can to put the Gadsden Panthers away.
Oh, absolutely. And getting a little, this defense maybe getting a little wake-up call here. I mean, this has been good offense by Gadsden, but they're not in yet. First and goal at the 6.
All right, so had an update. Frankie Galinda had a 75-yard run for Artesia. Oh, it looked like number 6, Alfredo Andrade, almost lost the ball.
Yeah, I'm going to give credit to Noah Lynn. That was a group effort to be sure, but Noah certainly involved in that tackle for loss. His second of the game already.
So 3:35 left here in this first quarter. Roswell Coyotes do lead 14-0. Decent crowd here in this semifinal contest.
Finally got a few students showed up.
And that one's going to be Anthony Palomares. Good defense by the Coyotes.
Yeah, and Aiden Rutley there first, and we're going to give him a tackle for loss on that one too. So just when you think you've got it, you know, first and goal at the 6, all of a sudden it's 4th and goal. Well, 3rd and goal.
We're going to call it inside the 10, so that's going to be 3rd down and goal.
There we go.
3rd and 7 to be precise. 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in this first quarter.
And now they might kick a field goal if they don't get it, but I still doubt it.
Well, why would you try to do that right now? I mean, you're inside the 7-yard line. Well, 3rd and 7, first of all. Let's see what happens. I just don't think they would do that.
They're running the Wildcat.
There's going to be the Wildcat, and in trouble. There's the fumble, and the Roswell Coyotes do their job defensively, and it will be the Coyote ball. So look at this, Coach. It is a fumble. Coyotes have done it, as we said, the 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. Right now, they have dominated 2 out of the 3. And I might say 3 out of the 3 with Cloud.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so right now they're doing their job.
Yeah, I mean, the Gadsden offense was pretty good on that drive. I didn't see who got the hit.
I didn't either. I was just seeing the Wildcat, and from behind on the backside backer comes through, and that might have been Eli Lynn. Excuse me, Eli.
You see 33, and that's what you assume, right?
Uh-huh. All right.
It was Gage Gladue on the recovery, though.
All right, 1st down and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. And Matt Castillo with the ball. In trouble. Don't go back. That's what happens when you go east and west, right?
Yep. It's going to be a loss of 7.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down and about 17 or so. Under 2 minutes. Coyotes do lead 14-0. The ball is on the 3-yard line. Palomino is going to take a shot, and let's see if he finds Cloud and just overthrows him. Another step or two or another second or two, and they could connect.
Yeah, he's had a little bit of an issue, just firing that ball instead of getting a little more air under it on those deep balls. But I don't think it's a huge concern. I think Cloud probably has a chance to catch, was in a position to catch both those deep balls, but just a little overthrown on each one. Going empty set here in your own end zone will always make you nervous.
Well, and I saw where Palomino was talking to Cloud again right before they entered the huddle. Let's see if they try to connect again here. And they go up the middle to Greathouse, and that's going to be incomplete. That's going to be overthrown. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, so Palomino, 3 pass attempts in the ball game, and 3 times he's overthrown his receiver. So he may be a little juiced up.
Yeah. All right, so Zai Carrasco at the back of the end zone here, punting. And this always makes a coach and a punter kind of nervous when you're snapping from the 3-yard line. Don't step back.
I'm going to jinx him and say we haven't had a bad snap all year.
Well, look at that punt.
Didn't get a great bounce. Going to go out of bounds at the 39. May call it the 40.
I'm going to tell you what, a lot of pressure on Zai Carrasco, and, of course, a lot of pressure on the center for the Roswell Coyotes as well, too. And I believe that was Matthew Avithia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he does all the snapping.
The long
duties.
snapping?
Yeah, he's the long snapper as well as the regular center. So,
well, kudos to Matthew Avithia.
A perfect snap.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right, 1st and 10 on the 40. It's going to be Gadsden Panthers ball. Coaches, any surprises right now here in this first quarter?
Not really. Maybe that Jacob's not as sharp as he would like to be, but other than that, you know, I know that Gadsden's got a good offense, so I'm really not surprised that they were able to drive down the field, even though they were benefited by what I would call a questionable pass interference call.
All right, there's Munoz. He will hand that over to Andrade.
He's good. He is good.
Carrasco with the tackle.
Oh, we get a flag?
I don't see a flag.
I saw a Coyote player clapping vehemently, so I just assumed, but I guess there's not one.
All right, so a minute and 9 seconds left here in quarter one. Coyotes do lead 14-0, and I know you were saying that the Artesia Bulldogs currently scored over there 7-0 is the score. Is that correct?
That is correct, and it looks like Mayfield's threatening, though, back in Artesia territory again.
And there's going to be a run in the defense of the Roswell Coyotes doing their job.
Yeah, Aiden Rutley just not giving up.
Juan Rios. Haven't called his name until just now. I'm going to tell you what, Gadsden, don't count them out. They're moving the ball, but one thing about the Gadsden Panthers, they're big up front. And tell you what, the quarterback for the Panthers, Adrian Munoz, really good athlete.
Yeah, he is. You got to watch him running the ball. You obviously got to watch him throwing it. He's shown that already today. Good dual threat quarterback.
And going to go to the end zone. And that one's going to be a touchdown for Gadsden. So now Gadsden, the Panthers, are on the board.
Completely blown coverage on that. I don't know who. Have to go back and look on film, but they both let the receiver go and went after a different guy, and that's as easy a pitch and catch as you'll ever see.
Well, right there, it appears that it was on Bubba Marujo. So now the Gadsden Panthers are on the board to make it 14-6, 8.4 seconds left in this first quarter. And the PAT's up and good. So a 7-point lead now for Roswell. We're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
When you're active, injuries happen. Don't let them keep you on the sidelines. Make your comeback stronger with Soft Wave Therapy. Cutting-edge treatment to get you back in the action. Soft Wave Therapy is non-invasive and offers quick treatment with little to no side effects. This is the same technology used by the nation's top universities and professional athletes. Get back into the game. Give Premier Chiropractic a call today at 623-2900 or visit healthyroswell.com.
Welcome back to the Wood Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. The Gadsden Panthers get on the board. And the score now is 14-7. Yeah, we're not real sure exactly what the defense of the Roswell Coyotes were doing there. We don't know if it was actually a blown coverage or maybe it was zone. Not real sure. But the Gadsden Panthers get on the board, and now it's a 7-point lead for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody fall down or anything. I mean, it's just one of those situations where two defenders thought the other one had the guy when he broke free and went up the field. And, you know, it happens. It doesn't happen to us very much, but it does happen. So we'll see how the Coyotes react here. They had a pretty bad series last time on offense, and now they've had a blown play to give up a touchdown. Let's see how they react to some adversity here.
All right, 14-7, about 8.4 seconds left here in this first quarter.
Oh, and that's Cloud.
And Cloud is dangerous, but he's going to be out about the 30-yard line, and the first quarter will expire. Coyotes lead by 7. We're going to take another break. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, Coyote football.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
All right, welcome back to KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. As the first quarter expires, Coyotes do lead by 7, 14-7.
Got an update from the Bulldog Bowl. Also at the end of the first quarter, it is Artesia 7, Mayfield 0. So thank you, Gene Dow, for that instant update.
All right, Coyotes with the ball. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball will be on the left hash, 30-yard line. Palomino talking to the line. Now talking to Cloud in the backfield. Pistol formation. There's the toss. Over to Cloud. Cloud is going nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, blocking just didn't develop on that play. Nowhere really for Cloud to go.
So 2nd down. They're going to say a gain of about 2. So +2 for Cloud. So 2nd down and 8. Cloud going to the top of your screen. Toscano in the backfield. Palomino awaits the snap. There's the handoff to Aby Toscano. About 5-yard gain for Aby.
Gonna bring up 3rd and manageable, and here come the big dogs.
The big dog package in?
They are.
All right. And there's Zy Carrasco. Looks like Palomino was calling the play. Now, well, look at this. Palomino.
Oh, he's the quarterback.
He is the quarterback,
Carrasco.
Carrasco.
Running back. We haven't seen this.
There's Carrasco. As he has some running room, he will have the 1st down. And I love the fact where Zy Carrasco utilizes his blocker, reads the field, and decides to step out of bounds. So good run by Zy Carrasco. This was a little different in the big dog package.
Yeah, we haven't seen that all year long. I mean, that's the first time we've seen that play with that formation. Have the big dogs in, but it's usually Palomino out at wide receiver and Carrasco at the quarterback. This time it's the regular quarterback, Palomino, handing off to Zy, and him, boy, he's a patient runner.
I'm going to tell you what, does a good job. Looks very familiar. There's a speed option, and Palomino with some running room and finally brought down 37-yard line, so positive yardage for the Roswell Coyotes. And I love that, Coach. Go to the short side of the field, going speed option. I thought he was going to go ahead and
well, and I almost said during the play, don't pitch it.
Don't pitch it, yeah.
Because he had his best chance at the most yards if he kept it. Now, I wouldn't have mind maybe seeing a little fake and then keeping it and maybe trying to cut in a little bit. But, hey, I'll take 7 yards on 1st down all day long.
14-7 the score as we are in the 2nd quarter. 9:39 left here in the 1st half. Palomino will roll out to the right side. He's going to try to find, in and out of the hands. And is that number 17? That is Luke Lynn, and he's a little upset with himself.
Yep, that's just a straight-up drop. I mean, that's a perfect pass. First time Jacobs hit his receiver where he could catch it, and then the receiver drops it. So it
happens.
Yeah, tough luck. I mean, it's tough. Tough luck start for Jacob, but he's going to be fine.
All right, 3rd down and 4. Coyotes working from the 39-yard line. Left hash. Palomino rolling out again. He might take it himself. He does. A lot of running room. And there he goes from the 20, 15, 10, 5. And the Coyotes are in once again for the touchdown. Palomino reads the field and gets the Coyotes back on the board. 20-7 is your score.
39 yards. And boy, did that play develop. Did you see the wall of blockers in front of Jacob Palomino? I mean, that was just a beautiful thing to behold there. Got another update from the Bulldog Bowl. Artesia Bulldogs now up 14-0 early in the second quarter.
All right, I know I'm going to hear it, but that's okay. Hey, so right now, oh, there's that. Look at that.
That's a bad.
No, that's a great job by Vera, the freshman. See what he did? Kicked that off the ground.
The holder did not get that down, did he?
He did not get that down, so great job by the freshman. Now the Coyotes lead 21-7. We're going to take a break after that. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, Coyote Football.
Registration for the spring semester is on now at ENMU Roswell. A great career in healthcare, arts and sciences, or technical trades is waiting for you. Now's the time to skill up and get certified. Register today for spring 2025 classes and talk with an advisor. Log on to roswell.enmu.edu. ENMU Roswell, success starts here.
Success starts here. ENMU Roswell.
All right. What a job by Jacob Palomino. 39 yards out. And the freshmen doing their job as well, too. Kicking the point after touchdown. Scores 21-7.
Yeah, did the old watermelon kick right off the ground with the ball sideways. And I tell you what, that's
impressive.
That is impressive. Ooh, good return.
Yeah, let's see here. Looks like number 34, it looks like. Huh?
That's Mikey Lucero, and he tripped him up to avoid an even bigger return. Now, what I want to see from this defense is them to make a statement on this possession. You know, they've been, the Panthers have been able to move the ball on this defense the last couple of times they've been on the field. So I want to see this defense really make a stand here, get a 3 and out, get a turnover, get something. Because I know that Coach Fortner is not okay with the way that things have gone so far defensively.
All right, so you have Isaiah Aranda, and now on top of the screen you have, I think that's Anaya at the top of your screen, and Carrasco playing that free safety position.
Well, Greathouse tackles him, but I think he tackled him by his helmet unless they pick it up.
And there's discussion.
I have not written the tackle for loss down yet.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. Unfortunately, you can't challenge it in high school ball.
Yeah, technically it's the face mask, but I think maybe he grabbed his helmet from the backside and pulled him down that way.
All right, so that will be an automatic first down.
So that's second 15-yard penalty for this defense. And that's a lot. I mean, that 30 penalty yards this defense is too many for less than a half of football, quarter and a half of football.
Trio package now for Gadsden, and there's going to be the dump, and I saw that developing quickly, and just the screen falls south there, so it will be incomplete. Second down and 10.
I tell you what, I never cease to be amazed at how, I don't want to say fast or quick, but what it is, but how quick Noah Lynn is for being such a big guy.
He's a big individual.
I mean, he's got to be 260. I'm not sure what they list him as, but because I can't look up his number because he changed it so much. They list him at 6'3", 260. I think he's bigger than that.
Well, he's every bit of 6'4", probably 280.
And can move.
And can run. And speaking of run, look at that. That's a great run by the quarterback, Adrian Munoz.
Yeah, pulled that out, on the read option and was the right decision, but boy, just barely got it away from his own running back. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, so 3rd down and 6. Score is 21-7 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. 8:24 left here in this first half. Munoz, the quarterback for Gadsden, shotgun, left, formation.
Pressure.
There's the dump over to number 6, Alfredo Andrade. And Andrade will have the first down and more.
Yep, just perfect call against the blitz.
Carrasco and Aranda with the tackle.
Oh, Greathouse might have re-hurt that shoulder. He was in on that tackle as well, and I think he might have re-injured his injured shoulder. which is not good.
Well,
but getting back to the play, the Coyotes brought pressure, and they had the perfect play called for it.
All right, rolling out is Munoz. He's going to go to the flat area, and it's going to be caught by number 11, Juan Carlos Enriquez. And it's going to be another first down for Gadsden. Now, Gadsden moving the ball pretty well here in this second quarter.
Well, and, they had the good drive where they moved the ball relatively easy in the first quarter as well. They just don't have just a whole lot to show for those 2 long drives just yet. See if this defense can hold again.
Yeah, looking defensively, secondary looks like Aranda's going to be man-to-man. And you also have Anaya. And that's a great job defensively by your linebackers. I do see number 11 in there, Joaquin Bolaños.
Yeah, I think Bolaños there first and basically made that play solo. He was getting a little help towards the end, but he wasn't getting away from Joaquin on that one.
Yeah, you have Nicholas and Anaya defensively and Carrasco in the free safety position and Aranda also in the cornerback position. Just kind of focusing on that secondary right now. I think so is Coach Joe Fortner, it appears. All right, so it's going to be second down and 9, 1-yard gain for the Panthers. Now handed off to number 6, Alfredo Andrade. And still on his feet and finally brought down inside the 15-yard line, or pretty close.
About the 16 they're going to mark it.
You see Jeff Lynn on the sideline here is trying to get the crowd involved here. Get up as it is 3rd and 5. Ball still on the 16-yard line. You have number 11, Juan Carlos Enriquez. On the bottom of your screen, Ford Gadsden. The quarterback is Adrian Munoz. Shotgun right, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
Yep, they're going to back him up 5, make this a little tougher. A little jumpy.
Well, I know I'm going to hear it big time as of right now because the Artesia Bulldogs 22, the Mayfield Trojans 0. And you better just go ahead and add 14 points, as we said earlier, to that, because you're always going 14 points down in the Bulldog Bowl.
Frankie Galindo with his second touchdown of the day, and they lead 22-0. They're still in the first quarter there. No, they're in the second. They just don't have it up on the graphic.
Okay, Munoz throwing out to the left side. He's going to go, and that is going to be caught. That's a great pass and a great.
All right, they may get together here because one called it a catch and the other said no catch.
I didn't see it. Okay, talk to me, Coach.
Now, the officials closest to the play said catch, but you had an official come in and say
he was out.
He was out, but now he's nodding in agreement, so I think they're going to give him the catch.
I thought it was a catch from my angle here.
So it is going to bring up 4th down. Oh, no, it's not. It's
a first down. So it's going to be first down and 10 from the 11.
Tell you what, I've been real impressed with that quarterback, Adrian Munoz, throwing the football. I mean, this is a run-first team, but and his numbers aren't, anything extraordinary, but passing-wise. But, boy, he's shown he can do it here.
All right, and there's a handoff to number 6. And that young man, Alfredo Andrade, is doing his job as well, keeping his Panthers in the ballgame.
Yeah, we knew what he could do. I mean, he was a known commodity, but to me, it's Munoz that's kind of playing above his head right now. He does have the pick 6, and he did have the other pass that was nearly intercepted. But I'll tell you what, he's had some pinpoint throws, and he's led his team down the field now 3 times.
All right, so Juan Carlos Enriquez, top of your screen. There's Munoz. He's going to hand it off to number 6. That is going to be Alfredo Andrade, and it looks like Andrade is in for the touchdown. So the Gadsden Panthers doing their job here in the second quarter. I'm telling you what, all of a sudden, this is just a contest.
Absolutely, and this is what you expect from a state semifinal matchup. This is a real good team. This is not the team that we saw earlier in the season. I mean, that was, in my opinion, that's the worst they played all year. And I haven't seen every film, but of the ones I watched, their worst game was against us.
All right, so the point after touchdown is just good. Oh, my gosh. All right, so a 7-point lead. Coyotes do lead 21-14. We're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell Talk FM, Coyote football.
Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Professional-grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Our new business solution is providing an amazing Wi-Fi experience. Frankie's.
All right, welcome back to the World Bowl. Semifinal match between Roswell and Gadsden. 7-point lead for the Coyotes, 21-14. I'm going to tell you what, Gadsden Panthers really having a successful second quarter.
Absolutely, they came to play, and I'll tell you what, it's a tough thing to do. I don't think they came up last night, did they?
You know what? I'm not real sure. I got here about 10:30, and I did see some Suburbans, and I didn't see the bus until about 10:45 or so. I think they came in this morning.
Okay. There was a team practicing at NMAA yesterday, so.
Well, and of course,
let it go. Yeah.
The New Mexico Military Institute Broncos, they fell to St. Mike's. So St. Mike's will advance to the state championship game in the 3A classification. Dexter is playing, I think, at 1 o'clock as well, and we'll get you some updates once we get a chance.
Yeah, anyone who's got a Dexter update, feel free to send that along.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. They'll take over at the 20-yard line. 21-14 is the score. 4:36 left here in this first half. Palomino, the quarterback, shotgun right. Hands it off over to Abe Descano.
Maybe he's going to get about 5 on that one. And I'll tell you what, you often ask me the question, am I surprised by anything I've seen? I'm a little bit surprised that Gadsden's been able to move the ball this effectively against our defense. Now let's see if they can keep it up for 4 quarters. But so far, so good for the Panthers.
2nd down and 4, middle part of the field. Palomino in a little bit of trouble, but drops it, and it's going to be complete. Abe Toscano, midfield, 30-yard line, and tries to make it happen, and finally brought down at the 23-yard line. Good look by Palomino and a great catch by Abe Toscano. 1st down, Coyotes.
51 yards, pretty good, especially when it's not your primary receiver or really the way the play is supposed to go.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Abe Toscano made a great catch and just shows how fast he really is.
Well, and how about Jacob making the adjustment? He's overthrown everything he's tried so far, but then he hits AB with a perfect pass there as Cloud picks up. Going to give him 3 in that little game.
So +3 for Cloud, Jalen Cloud. And it's going to be 2nd down and about 7. Working from the left hash 20-yard line now. Man, what a beautiful day here in Roswell. Right about 69 degrees, no wind, maybe just a slight breeze.
It's just perfect.
Perfect weather here. Roswell Independent School District. They are out for the holiday. Thanksgiving holiday it is.
Going to give Jalen 6 on that toss. Bring up 3rd and 1.
A lot of excitement here in Roswell, man. I'm telling you, good crowd.
You know, for a Saturday, especially a Saturday of a holiday.
Yes.
This is an excellent crowd. You know, you'd love to see it full, but this is pretty good. Not as full as it potentially will be next weekend, but still pretty good.
The Roswell Coyotes are going to have to continue scoring and play some defense in order to advance to this state championship game. Abe Toscano on his feet. And we'll have the 1st down for the Roswell Coyotes. The Roswell Coyotes trying to get back to the state championship for the second consecutive year. And the Artesia Bulldogs are currently leading 22-0. Could this be a rematch of last year's state championship
Well,
game?
that's what everyone's expecting, and I think after, the district game where Coyotes went and won on the road in the Bulldog Bowl, I think that's what everybody
was anticipating,
was thinking, that they expected those two teams to make it, and they're both on track for doing just that.
Okay, 21-14, 1st and 8 from the 8, and it looks like there might be a timeout on the field, and it looks like the Roswell Coyotes will take their first timeout of the half. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
When you're active, injuries happen. Don't let them keep you on the sidelines. Make your comeback stronger with Soft Wave Therapy. Cutting-edge treatment to get you back in the action. Soft Wave Therapy is non-invasive and offers quick treatment with little to no side effects. This is the same technology used by the nation's top universities and professional athletes. Get back into the game. Give Premier Chiropractic a call today at 623-2900 or visit healthyroswell.com.
All right, welcome back to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM. Score is 21-14. The Roswell Coyotes threatening, 1st and 8 from the 8. Coyotes did take a timeout. Palomino is the quarterback. Shotgun left. Going to hand the ball to Carrasco. Carrasco.
Oh, they're all over it that time.
Is going nowhere.
I can give him a couple.
Give Carrasco 2.
Give him 2.
All right, so 2nd down and 6.
You just expect him to go at least 15 every time he catches.
Every time I see that young,
Yeah.
hey, with Zy Carrasco, he's just a great athlete, great kid. And you know what? I think he's probably even a better musician and a singer. I'm going to tell you what.
Yeah, he does it all.
2nd down and 6 from the 6. 21-14.
Still the big dogs.
And there's Palomino. He's going to dump it into the end zone. Great house. Touchdown, Coyotes.
Yeah, Mason Greathouse, part of that big dog pack, is a usual defender, and his shoulder looked fine on that one, didn't he?
Sure did. Now the Coyotes lead 27-14. And Vera, the kicker here for the Coyotes, trying to make it 28-14. Let's see what happens here. There's the snap and the kick, and the point after touchdown is good. Coyotes now lead 28-14. We're going to take a break. Coyote football, KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
All right, we are back. And the Coyotes strike again. 6-yard pass from Palomino to Greathouse. One after touchdown is good. 28-14. And tell you what, you said you hit the nail right on the head, Coach. You were talking about the 3 phases.
Yeah, I mean, just in the break there, just talking about, they kind of unexpectedly, to some maybe, been able to move the ball against the Coyote defense. But to go with that, you have to have stops, and they've only had the one stop. They forced the punt when the Coyotes took the ball in their own territory, deep in their own territory is the only stop they've been able to get defensively.
Got an update. Dexter 6, Robertson 3. That game is in the second quarter. The winner of that game will advance to the state championship.
Tyler Wojcik on the special teams tackle on the kick. And now, once again, I said they needed to make a statement last time. Every time you don't make that statement, it has to be a louder statement. So let's see how they do here.
1st and 10 from the 27 for the Gadsden Panthers. Score is 28-14 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes.
Ooh, quads.
Quads on the bottom of your screen. Empty set. Adrian Munoz, the quarterback. And the time will expire.
Yep, it's going to be a delay. Boy, it just puts you in a tough position.
What's, Kelly, we talk about this all the time, but what is the one thing that really stands out to you about this Roswell High football team?
I mean, probably their depth. I mean, they just have so many playmakers or potential playmakers on both sides of the ball that, you can't plan just for one guy because the next guy up will make you pay for it.
All right, first and 15, and there is Munoz. He's going to take a shot, and that's going to be caught by number 4, Christopher Orozco. I'm impressed with Munoz.
Absolutely. That I have not seen this on film. They run the ball so much, and when they're blowing teams out, and they've done a lot of that this year,
yep.
You're not throwing the ball. I mean, you're running the ball, running the clock, and they're so good at that. But, boy, Munoz can play. That was a great ball there.
And a great catch by Orozco. First down and 10 from the 40 now. The Panthers still working from the right hash. Munoz rolling out to the left side, in trouble, dumps it over to the flats, and that's going to be complete. Good catch by Anthony Palomares. And another first down for the Gadsden Panthers.
And there's that situation you asked me about earlier. Just got the 1 foot down, but that's enough. High school football, so the Coyote bench didn't argue at all on that. Just a great catch and another good throw from that Munoz.
All right, first and 10 from the 26. Now the Panthers working from the left hash. Trips to the top of your screen, shotgun right. Rolling out to the right is Munoz. Munoz in trouble. And was trying to find Anthony Palomares. Dangerous throw, but it will be incomplete. We'll bring up a second down situation for the Panthers.
So I'll flip the script on you here and ask you a question.
Sure.
Is the Coyotes secondary getting exposed here?
100%.
Okay. All right.
100%. And, Coach, I'm glad you asked me that question because I was thinking that.
Yeah.
That worries me.
The safeties, they have to respect the run with that great running back. So, that's probably part of it a little bit.
Oh, look at that.
Another catch.
That's a great job by Munoz, the quarterback. He was hit hard.
Yeah, Mikey Lucero got in there, but not before he got the ball away, and another nice catch.
Yeah.
And 1 minute left here. Gadsden trying to make it a one-score game before the break.
All right, we'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, Coyote Football.
Registration for the spring semester is on now at ENMU Roswell. A great career in healthcare, arts and sciences, or technical trades is waiting for you. Now's the time to skill up and get certified. Register today for spring 2025 classes and talk with an advisor. Log on to roswell.enmu.edu. ENMU Roswell, success starts here.
Success starts here. ENMU Roswell.
All right, welcome back. KSVPTV.com. 28-14 is the score. 1 minute left in this first half.
It's been a really good one.
It sure has.
Maybe a little more, I'm not even going to say that. I was going to say a little more competitive than I thought it was going to be, but maybe after that start. But, after Coyotes went up 2 scores, it's been an even football game since then.
All right, there's Munoz in trouble. He might take it himself. Throws into the end zone and touchdown for the Gadsden Panthers. And it looks like it's going to be caught by Steven Morales. That young man right there, number 1, Adrian Munoz, is keeping the Gadsden Panthers in this ball game.
Well, the running backs played well. Andrade's had some good runs. But I'll tell you what, you're 100% right. Adrian Munoz has put this team on his back, senior quarterback, and he has kept them in it with some great passes.
All right, definitely a different game. And the point after touchdown by Cano is up and good. So 7-point lead for the Coyotes. We're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com. 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, Coyote Football.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance meshed attachments. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Coyotes lead by 7, 28-21. Gadsden Panthers really in this ball game. The name of the game right now is Adrian Munoz for the Gadsden Panthers, doing his job here in this second quarter.
Well, that was a huge drive for Gadsden for a lot of reasons. I mean, it gets them back to within one, but if you don't score on that drive, Coyotes get the ball coming out in the second half. So, I mean, this really does keep them in the football game, provided they don't give something up here in this last 54 seconds.
All right, and that's going to be kicked deep. Is it returnable? Nope. In the end zone. Coyotes really want to make this score 35-21 going into half. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, it's just been an interesting game. The Coyotes played Gadsden back in the day. On October 4th, the Coyotes won that game 48-7, but definitely a different contest here in this semifinal game.
Well, I don't know when the Coyotes have lost to Gadsden historically. They've won the last 9, and that's all that's in max preps.
Palomino in trouble. And it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, and Matty wasn't going to be able to get down with that anyway. And are we going to have a hold?
I think so. Let's see what the call is. It is going to be a hold on the Coyotes.
So that makes your task tougher. Now, Gadsden only with one timeout left. So we'll see what, the Coyotes will probably have the option to run the clock out here if they need to. With Gadsden only able to stop it one more time. I think they try to get down the field. Well, maybe not. They're going tight here. Looks like they're just going to try to run it out.
All right, so it's going to be first down and 20. Coyotes working from the 10-yard line and another flag.
Well, we get that sorted out. Update from the Bulldog Bowl.
And another penalty on the Coyotes.
Less than 2 minutes left in the half, and it's 29-0, Artesia leads.
All right, so the Coyotes in trouble here with 44.4 seconds left in this first half. Coyotes do have the lead by 7, 28-21, but working from the 5-yard line. Their own 5-yard line.
Yeah, this is now they're just trying to run it out.
Well, whatever you do, don't just take it. There you go. Take a knee and have to snap it at least one more time.
Yeah, I don't think Gadsden's going to call their timeout because I don't think they have the ability to.
Well, they're going to say that's it right there. Yeah. So at the end of the first half, Coyotes do lead by 7, 28-21. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. KSVTV.com. 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, KEND Radio. Be right back.
Believe it or not, your home insurance company isn't evil. Jennifer from...
Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
All right, welcome back. KSVPTV.com, 1065, Roswell's Talk, FM. Coyotes do lead by 7, 28-21. Coach McDonald, let's do some stats real quick before we go on to the halftime interview.
All right, special teams, Ben Vera, 3 for 3 on extra points. Sorry, that's got to be 4 for 4, doesn't it?
Yes.
4 for 4 on extra points. My bad. Zai Carrasco, 1 punt of 33 yards, and Jalen Cloud, 1 kickoff return of 6 yards. Defensively, Coyotes led by Keegan Nichols, 3 tackles. Aiden Rutley, 3 tackles as well. Noah Lynn, 2 tackles, both of those for a loss. Gage Ledoux had 2, and several Coyotes with 1. It was Zai Carrasco with the 40-yard pick 6 and 2 fumble recoveries for the Coyotes, 1 by Mason Greathouse and 1 by Gage Gledoux. Offensively, the Coyotes just 2 for 6 passing. Jacob Palomino for 57 yards and a touchdown, 1 drop in there. And receiving, A.B. Toscano had most of those yards on the 51-yard catch. Mason Greathouse had the touchdown with a 6-yard grab. Palomino was the leading rusher in the first half as well. He had 2 carries for 46 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Cloud, 4 carries for 29 yards and a touchdown. A.B. Toscano, the workhorse, 4 carries for 26. Zai Carrasco, 2 carries for 23. Matt Castillo, 1 carry for 7 yards. And that's the stats for the half.
All right, partner. Well, we're going to take about a 10-minute break. Coyotes do lead by 7, 28-21. We're at halftime. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, 1065, Roswell's Talk FM, Coyote Football.
And welcome back to halftime here at the Wool Bowl. Another Saturday matchup for you here as we're running out of games here, which is a good thing. Hopefully got at least one more, but it is halftime, and as is tradition this season, this time we got Mika Trujillo, assistant AD for the RISD, in studio with us today. Good day to you. How's life in your world, Mika?
Good morning, Mike. It's good. Busy. Yeah, it's still it's running. Well, you're right. We're coming down to the end.
Yeah, a week ago we were hot and heavy in volleyball playoffs. Now those have been resided. Of course, our teams did well, but not ultimately ending up where they wanted to be. There are no blue trophies to bring home this time.
Yeah, it was an experience for them to get up there. Would it have been nice to see them, progress a little further, deeper into the tournament? That would have been awesome. I mean, that's always the goal, but I think
that's
getting up there
volleyball. If you lose, if you have a bad game early, it's really hard to come back from, because you really enter that gauntlet with the 2-loss system the way they do. And if you lose later, it's a little more forgiving because you don't have to climb back up. But if you're losing that first match, next thing you know, you got a bevy of games to claw back from, and it's tough to come back.
Yeah, that double elimination is interesting, like you say, with the first round loss. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna have a hope to make it back, you're looking at about 7 games.
Yeah.
So
it can be done.
It's a bunch.
I've seen it done.
Yes,
but it's certainly a Herculean task.
It's some work, definitely.
But our ladies at both Roswell and Goddard, I don't think they were as happy as they wanted to be, but they had a great season, and and we're proud of all of them. They did a good job this year.
It was exciting. Goddard will be returning a bunch of returners. They were very light on the senior side. Roswell High was heavy on the senior side, so
that
it was good experience.
Kind of on the way up, and obviously they were a little lower seed, which that kind of makes sense. They're a younger team, and so look for brighter things for them. And Roswell, it looks like it's time to see the next generation of girls, see what they can do with it.
Absolutely.
But I imagine they got a few those younger players that were paying attention to seniors this year, and they're going to carry that over next year.
Definitely, and I think they do a good job of rotating those kids in and giving them the experience they need. So, the bar's been set. They have high expectations, and Roswell High really had a standout year from memory that I can think of, regular season wise.
And we looked at Roswell, and I got to listen to a lot of volleyball this weekend, and we listened to Roswell play, and it kind of like, they kind of played their MO. They were a team that were slow starters all year.
Yes.
And that was not a secret. Everyone knew that one, and unfortunately when you get to that level, it's a little hard to come back from those soft starts sometimes. And that was a lesson that team learned here this past weekend.
Yeah, definitely a learning opportunity for coaches and kids.
Absolutely. But overall, proud of all of them and had a great season, and we look forward to see what next year's squads bring to the.
Yes, sir.
But that's not all. Of course, soccer's done now. I think pretty much, with the exception of football, most of the fall sports are wrapping up here. And now we're starting to transition to these winter sports. Your basketballs, your wrestling, some of these are starting to come to the forefront. Where your cross countries and soccer's are taking a backseat. These are now.
Yeah, all of the fall sports minus football. We're hoping to get another week after this, and then we'll lay the fall seasons to bed, and the winter seasons are already up and running. Varsity basketball practices have started.
Mm-hmm.
Middle school championships tonight over at Goddard, 5:30 and 7. So that'll be exciting for them.
One more opportunity.
One more
championship sports here for these high school players, or middle school.
Middle school and eighth grade. They started last weekend with the tournament, and they'll resume back up on December 2nd. So it's like we're putting all of the fall sports behind us, and now it's the winter sports just coming up on us. I think Goddard, or as a matter of fact, Goddard on Saturday, November 30th. I'm getting myself twisted. That's why I bring myself some notes here. It's actually, they'll be hosting Deming already on the 23rd. So
it'll be today.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Golly. Well, this weekend, it's just there's so many different things going on.
We do film this before you're actually hearing it, so we are trying to anticipate the future here a little bit.
Yeah. So
yes, you're hearing it, and it is the day that game is taking place.
That's right. That's right. I'm always having to make notes, and I'm having to backdate, and I'm having to look at everything.
Right.
I have so many things going on.
They're not really in a studio live somewhere right now during halftime. No. We record this a day or two.
Gosh dang it. Yes, sir.
But yeah, and it's exciting. But what we're saying, I always do the plug for season passes, and folks, if you love, now we're kind of shifting into the winter sports here. So if you're a basketball fan or wrestling fan, or now's the time maybe get those passes, because you're about to get inundated with especially I know wrestling. They got a couple big tournaments coming up here, and of course basketball. I mean, tournament season, Pocorn is a month away.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really going to get busy here.
Goddard will be hosting, their first tournament next Saturday, and then after that, it's just they're in Albuquerque, they're in Las Cruces, they're here, and then it just recycles back. They're in Rio Rancho. They're just everywhere all the time, and both girls and boys basketball. I mean, it's going to be running.
Sure. She was curious. I always ask Britt, but do you get a chance to kind of watch some of the practices and stuff, or is your day kind of don't allow you to do that?
The days are pretty full. We do try to get out where we can and try to go and spot check.
I was just curious if you'd had a chance to see any of the girls or boys of any of the schools practice and just kind of see what kind of squad they're building this year.
I had an opportunity to drop into Roswell High this past week, and they had boys basketball in the Aux gym and girls in the main gym, and I mean it was just a lot of movement, a lot of activity.
Sure.
I know during this fall season, I was able to get up towards Goddard, and I got to see a little bit of Goddard volleyball, see a little bit of what they had going on, some of the football, what they had going on. And it's nice to kind of get out there and have an opportunity to see, but there's so much going on that it makes it really difficult to reach everybody, because I would try to get around to the middle schools for footballs and practices and things like that. And
just you was curious. I mean, obviously, as an AD, you've got a lot of experience in the coaching world as well, too. So this is your wheelhouse, too.
Yes,
but
sir.
Generally, like this time of year, like, so when they were playing, like when you see them doing, are they, like as a basketball team, are they are they still working on the overall picture at that point, or do they start game planning at that point? Or are they still like getting conditioned and still getting used to the program, so to speak, or are they at a point where they're actually starting to game plan against opponents and work up plays that are game specific, or is that too early for all that?
I think it's a little bit of a combination, because a lot of them they're building those teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'll have their tryouts, they have the classes, but then there's always going to be a small faction that's going to try out for basketball,
sure,
to see if they can get into those lineups and those rosters. So they're building a roster, but they are starting to look towards those games, personnel, and how they're going to start game planning for those.
Okay.
So yeah, it's always a constant. I don't think a coach ever gets set on just one thing. You might be working on that conditioning, building that roster, but he's always already looking at that that first game, and then how they're going to build on that and what the strategies will be. Approaching for it.
And every sport, and it doesn't matter what sport it is, when the head coach, it's their program. They have a philosophy and a mindset, whether it's basketball or wrestling or football, that all works the same. And that's why I was kind of curious, is this that time where they're building the program? Welcome to the team. This is how we do it here as a Coyote or as a Rocket or whatever. And so they're still in that mode where they're kind of learning to be a Rocket or for the new ones, and then obviously for the leaders, they're the ones showing and indoctrinating them and kind of bringing them into the fold. And then at the same time, you're starting to formulate, okay, this is the kind of team we're going to be aggressive, and this is the type of play we're going to be doing, and So they're still in that standpoint. That's kind of right.
Again, and I know we've discussed this before with some of the fall sports, but I think one of the trickiest pieces for those freshman levels is you're getting in a mix of either 2 middle schools, 3 middle schools, 4 middle schools, whatever the case may be, and you're having to get those kids to gel to be a Rocket, to be a Coyote, and then
this is when you look at big picture in New Mexico sports, this is why a town like Roswell is a slight disadvantage to, say, a town like Artesia or Hobbs or towns that are a one high school program, because generally speaking, all the middle schools are building to that football team, that basketball team, and it is not uncommon for the coaches at the lower levels to kind of be y'all no strangers to Bulldog football. Those middle schoolers are learning the playbook for the high school.
Yes.
At 6th grade at that level. I mean, they're not getting the advanced stuff, but they're getting the so by the time they get to high school, they almost got 4 or 5 years of playbook under them. And
yes,
they know
it's natural.
And Roswell it doesn't have that luxury, because they may be going to Goddard. They may be going, and so there's that's a thing.
It really is. When you're talking about those one-horse towns, they have a system already developed. When you're here and you have 2 different high schools and 4 different middle schools and everybody's funneling in, just teaching them the systems and getting them to jump on board with that and buy in. And then, of course, the JV levels of varsity. But your freshman class, to me, is so important, because that's where your nucleus starts. Absolutely. And then you just build on it from there. And I know those coaches put a lot of time into that.
But that's a credit, I think, to our coaches in a town like this, where they kind of are at a slight disadvantage anytime they play one of those going in, because in theory they have less time to get those players ready for that game. In theory, you know what I mean? And so it's a tip in the nod to our coaches in this district that, because they're combatant teams, especially when they're competing for blue trophies, they have the luxury of being able to instill a system years ago before that coach technically gets their hands on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a huge advantage. But that being said, just going to be for more exciting for the second half here today. And, of course, what we're all hoping and thinking is going to happen next week should set up for a fine game next probably Saturday as well.
Yeah, we're excited. I think if all the cards fall right, it'll be a Saturday.
I've been asking, and never keep asking so official. I don't know if you know, but say we do have an Artesia-Roswell matchup next weekend. Do you know who owes who? Will that game be played in Roswell or in Artesia?
It'll be played here. It'll be played here in Roswell, because last year's state championship between Roswell and Artesia was there in Artesia in the Bulldog Bowl.
I should remember that, but I've slept since then. So
no, that's okay. We have so much. You have so much on your plate, and there's so much to think about.
I was like, I don't remember I had for dinner last night. I remember who was in what stadium last year. I was just covering it. I don't remember. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm here in the room making sure it's on the radio.
Absolutely.
It's like, I don't know. I'm always in a white room with 4 white.
Well, it's going to be exciting. It'll be here at the Wool Bowl. It'll be a 1:00 game.
Excellent.
The weather's supposed to be good. I'm sure it'll be crisp.
All I know is, they're going to bring their faithful. You better come correct on that other side, and there should be as much red, should be more red, in that stadium than orange, but they will fill that visitor side. You've got to make sure that home side is.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be at max capacity, and now would be the best time after today's game moving forward.
Yeah,
get your tickets, start getting your digital tickets, because I know there is a capacity, and once we hit that capacity, they will, they'll have to shut it down.
That's right. Of course, this is a proof that we do record this a day or two, because we have no idea the outcome of the game you're listening to right now. We're kind of hoping Roswell's ahead, but y'all could be like, y'all playing a little pretty early, aren't you? Here,
we're being optimistic. We're being optimistic.
Well, we're being optimistic. So hopefully the score dictates. It makes sense. Everything we just said. If not, sorry, we recorded this 2 days early. Mika, is there anything we wanted to get in that we didn't get a chance to cover?
No, I think we covered it. There's just get out there and support the kids.
Yep.
The middle schools, get out tonight to Goddard for the 5:30 girls and the 7 o'clock boys, 7th grade city championships. Just get out and have some fun. Get
Absolutely.
out and support.
And especially next week when you get good and tired of being around your family, come out and support some sports here next week and some championship games.
Absolutely.
Good deal. As always, thank you, Mika. And I don't know, maybe we ought to bring you both together for the final one next week.
That'll be fun, yeah.
But if not, we'll see Britt next week.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm assuming we'll have it next week.
Yes, sir. We're hoping.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
Has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their tunnel wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
Check out some of the Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select boxes of Duncan Hines cake mixes are $1 each, and cans of Campbell's cream and mushroom or chicken soup are 5 for $5. In produce, bunches of fresh celery are 2 for $1, and sweet potatoes are 3 pounds for $1. In the meat department, Hormel Cure 81 bone-in spiral sliced hams, whole or half, are $1.99 a pound, and honeysuckle white young turkeys are just 88 cents a pound. These are just some of the Thanksgiving bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
All right, welcome back to the semifinal game. Roswell Coyotes, Gadsden Panthers, as we begin the second half. Coyotes do lead 28-21, and it is going to be returnable, and looks like Jalen Cloud will be brought down about the 14-yard line, so Coyotes will be first and 10.
Yeah, that's not good right there.
No.
I mean, you got to get somebody under that and get your return set up, so kind of an inauspicious start there.
All right, Coach, so Coyotes lead by 7. Second half, predictions and your thoughts, sir.
You know, I'll stick with my prediction. I say the defense shuts them out and we score one more time, and I'll stay with my pick.
All right.
No, honestly, I think we score either 2 or 3 more times. Gadsden once.
Well, this is what the Roswell Coyotes are going to have to eliminate, the flags. And then that's going to be a false start on the Roswell Coyotes. And that is going to bring them back.
I've only got them with 1 penalty offensively, and that's that one. So they've done a good job of that on this side of the ball. The other side of the ball, not so much. 2 15-yarders that were definitely factors in keeping drives going for Gadsden.
All right, so first down and 15 from the 9. Jacob Palomino working here, trying to make something happen here. And there's going to be motion by.
God, they did it again.
There's another penalty. And they're going to move him back 5 more yards.
Maybe they got Luke Lynn that time.
Well, the Roswell Coyotes off to a rough start here in this second half. Trying to still see what the call is here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So they're okay. So they got something in the Gadsden stands, I think, that they're concerned about. Maybe not.
I don't know. Not real sure exactly what's going on here. They're going to call it first down and 20 now. The Roswell Coyotes working from the 4-yard line. Jacob Palomino rolling out to the left side. In trouble. And he's going to deliver, and that was almost picked off. The pass was intended for Castillo.
Yeah, I think even if it gets picked, it's out of bounds. I think he was throwing it away, but I would have liked to have seen him take off with that, because throwing it away gets you nothing. And he could have got 5 or 6 yards, I would think, and just kind of get you out from under your own goalpost.
Well, Kyle's going to have to do something here. 2nd and 20 now on the incomplete pass. Have to get some yardage. You don't want to be you have to get a first down, let's put it that way, because you don't want to punt from your end zone again from the 4-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 20. I'm not sure what's going on down there. It looks like the White Hat is talking to somebody.
Yeah, and they keep pointing to the stands. So I don't know. Does someone have a laser pointer or something? I wouldn't even think that would work.
There's not an inverted whistle or anything of that sort, is there? Okay, it must not be that big of a deal because they're going to resume play. So 2nd down and 20. Palomino, it's going to be a good job by getting it out.
He's going to take it out over the 10.
So it's going to be close to the first down. I think he has it.
No. Not even close, partner.
Oh, sorry, Coach. The original line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Yeah, not even that. I mean, it's a good run. Picked up 5 or 6. What was that?
Yeah, I was going to say 6 yards.
Seeing if he had done that previous play, then you're much more manageable on 3rd down here, but that's all right. You can still pick it up.
Okay, quick pass over to Zach Carrasco. And that's a heck of a catch, but I'm going to tell you what, real dangerous. One-handed grab. Did you see that?
Yeah, absolutely. And then nearly broke a tackle or two.
Well, Carrasco is going to be set to punt now. Very, very dangerous here. 4th down and about 6. Well, kind of looking over here to the south of the field, see if there's anything going on here.
They were real concerned about something.
Yeah, I see Trujillo talking to Sergeant Reese down there, so I'm not real sure. Carrasco with a nice punt and fair caught at the 45-yard line. And that is going to be Steven Morales.
So about 37 on that second punt for Zy Carrasco.
Nice hang time.
Yeah, forced a fair catch. He didn't want to fair catch that, but it hung in the air long enough. So now you put your defense in a little bit of a hole here.
All right, 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line. The Gadsden Panthers trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter. Going to hand it off over to Alfredo Andrade, and nowhere. Good job by the front line of the defense for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, I'm giving that one to Noah Lynn. Another tackle for loss. He's got 3 tackles, all of them for loss in the game. And that's how you start it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of seeing what's going on there. Something's not jiving down there.
Are they getting into the crowd?
Well, it looks like it possibly. They're over here on the south side of the field. But right now it's 2nd down and 12 from the 43. Gadsden's ball. Right hash. 3-man front, making 4-man front defensively for the Roswell Coyotes. The ball's going to be handed off again. And it's going to be fumbled. and recovered by Alfredo Andrade.
Yeah, Rutley will get credit for a tackle for loss on that. And it wasn't a forced fumble. It was just on the exchange between Munoz and Andrade. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. And this is just what the doctor ordered for this defense and the Roswell Coyotes.
Yep.
Provided they can get the stop here. It looks like they're bringing Andrade off the field.
All right, here,
obvious passing situation.
3rd and 15, and all of a sudden the crowd is involved in this game. All right, empty set for Gadsden. Trips to the top of your screen. Munoz throws it to the middle and caught by Steven Morales and hit hard by Carrasco. And I do see number 9 involved there is Andrew Padilla.
Yeah, good job swarming to that. And it looks like it will be a lineup to punt. Now, how are you aggressive here as well, partner?
Well,
I think you got to punt this. Your defense is playing well. I think you got to punt this.
I think as of right now, 4th and 8. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. You have to punt it.
We'll see if Castillo gets a chance to do something with it.
And there's going to be a punt. Not very good. It hit somebody. It looks like it hit number 33 in the back.
Yeah, it did. So that
Kenny Lopez.
Coyotes get the ball right where it hit him. So 25-yard line will be the starting point for the offense this time, and a little more breathing room. Can open up the playbook a little bit more, but provided they don't, shoot themselves in the foot, for lack of a better phrase, and get those penalties, they should be okay. Offense has not had trouble moving the ball.
All right, so it looks like Coach Joe Forstner is going to get back with the defense, have a discussion, see what they can do to get ready for their next possession. But right now it's 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes, 27. There's going to be the toss over to Abe Toscano on his feet. And a good hard run by the workhorse.
Looks like they're going to give him 9.
Kind of curious. I wish I was a fly on the wall in that locker room to find out what Jeff Lynn and Forstner were discussing there with their team. What would you be thinking?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's a lack of effort or anything like that. I mean, it's just telling them to execute. And it should be a 1st down.
Yeah, good 1st down run by Abe Toscano.
You know, we talk a lot, you and I and me and other people, about how the Coyotes last year were not really challenged until the championship game, and how that was a factor in that loss to Artesia.
Right.
I like that they're being challenged here in the semifinals. I mean, I think they can take a lot from it, and I think this good coaching staff will make use of it.
Definitely adjust. 1st down and 10 from the 40. Palomino shotgun, and there's Toscano.
Little room.
Gets hit hard, but I'll tell you what, that's really a really good run by Abe Toscano.
Yeah, just 3 yards, but, like I said, he's the workhorse. And we are going to have Luis Godoy in the ball game here.
Yeah, going to give Abe a little breather here, and Godoy, he's really didn't play too much. Hadn't played very much at all.
No, not all year. Had some injuries early in the season, and just not a lot of touches, but a very capable running back.
Oh my gosh, very fast. And speaking of Godoy, there he is right there. Godoy gets the opportunity to run. I'm going to tell you what, he was quick off the ball.
Yeah, hit that hole very quickly. Going to pick up 6 on 1st down. And, if you're the Roswell Coyotes, I know it's just a 1-score lead at the moment, but you're fine with keeping your offense on the field. You don't, and here come the biggies, or some of them at least.
Well, let's see if Carrasco will be at quarterback and Palomino will be a wideout. Let's see what happens here. Big dog package in, 3rd and 4. And no, Palomino will be the quarterback, and now they're going to go into a trio package, big dog, and it's just going to be quarterback lead, and that's going to come back.
That's too bad, because that was going to be a big game of about 14.
And
Coach
Lynn's getting after. Looks like he's getting after Bolaños a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So illegal procedure on the Roswell Coyotes. 28-21 in favor of the Coyotes.
Well, they're leaving the big dogs in. You got Greathouse, you got Noah Lynn, and don't sleep on Noah Lynn doing something offensively.
Well, he's definitely a threat. He can run the ball. He definitely can throw the ball. Carrasco is going to be shotgun right. Palomino at quarterback. Carrasco to the left side of Palomino. Trio package to the top of your screen. Going to be handed off to Zai Carrasco. And Carrasco is going to be out. Making sure Carrasco was all right there. No, he got up fine. I was just seeing what was going on there.
Yeah, an update from the Bulldog Bowl. Mayfield has just gone down the field and scored their first time, so they cut into that big lead that Artesia has. So 29-6. We'll see about the extra point.
All right, Carrasco set to kick 4th down and 5. Now, what do you think here?
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if he doesn't take off with it, but they're ready for it. So there it is.
There we go. And there's going to be a flag though on the play.
Yeah.
Carrasco on his feet and finally brought down at the 34-yard line. But my friend,
offsetting here. The first one's on us, and it's a hold.
That one's going to be. Is it a face mask?
I'm not sure. Tyler Wojcik is banged up on that play. But we will have, I assume, offsetting penalties. But
well, we're going to find out.
There was a pretty obvious hold as the play started.
Well, you and I read each other's mind because we saw that from a mile away. But is it going to be offsetting is the question.
And if that's the case, you're almost for sure just going to punt it. Because there is that element of surprise. I think they're deciding if this is a face mask, that might overrule a hold, but I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah.
Personal foul can sometimes overrule.
Okay, so you had false start.
Boy, it wasn't holding. Another false
on the
start.
Roswell Coyotes. Holding on the Coyotes. So it's going to be personal foul on the Gadsden Panthers. Offsetting.
Everything offset.
So now, hey, you saw we're reading sign language here, Coach. So
yeah. I mean, the hold was obvious. I didn't see the motion. And then.
All right, so Jeff Lynn has a question here.
Shot to the head or blow to the head on the.
So you had 3 flags, 3 calls on the field. Holding, personal foul on Gadsden, and then false start.
The punt team will be back on the field.
And I'm going to be a bit surprised if you see Zai Carrasco again. No, look at this. They're going to go for it. They're going to bring the big dog package. And I like the call here by Jeff Lynn. You're in a semifinal game right here, and Jeff Lynn saying, hey, let's go for it here. Let's make some noise. You're up by 7, 4:58 left here in the third quarter. And now the Gadsden Panthers call a timeout. That means we will too. We'll be back. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com, Coyote Football.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
All right, we are back. 28-21 is the score. The Coyotes lead with 4:58 left here in the third quarter. Discussion.
amongst you and I.
Yeah, well,
and go ahead.
I mean, my question to you during the break was, are they really going for it? Are they trying to draw them off? You know, are they just trying to make them burn a timeout, which they've already succeeded in doing, or are they really going for it? And you say
they're going to go for it here. I think it's a chance right here, but if the Coyotes can win this right here, it's big. And then you're in the Coyote package here, the big dog package. You are going to go for it, and this is why. Because of that guy right there, number 16, that's full of energy. And I'm going to tell you what, that young man right there is why you go for it on 4th down. And right there is going to be the turnover, not the turnover, but the peak of the game right here.
Well, Palomino goes for 8 when he needed 5.
Well, that got loud quickly, didn't it?
It did. And
I love the fact where you have Carrasco in the ball game still.
Yeah, they've got him out, and Noah Lynn says, oh, hey, I'm playing both ways.
You just played guts. Here we go. Big on big. Here we go. And Carrasco with the ball. Carrasco around the turn. And finally brought down at the 41-yard line. They're going to utilize Carrasco as much as they can right here in this second half. I love it. In the semifinal game, you have to win this ball game. Let's see what we have here. It looks like we have an update. Artesia answered back, 8:19 left, 36-7 now in favor of the Artesia Bulldogs. Winner of that game will advance to the state championship. TBA. Palomino going to go up the middle and has Great House open. 5, touchdown, Coyotes.
And he gets a taunting penalty that'll be assessed on the kickoff.
All right, so in the third quarter,
47-yard touchdown strike. Great execution on that as Great House scores his second touchdown, but then kind of spoils it, in my opinion.
Well, you just got to be smart about that. I mean, I get it, but you have to be smart.
You have to be smart. You're only up 2 scores here. This is a chance to go and win the title. You got to be smarter than that.
Okay, so the freshman, Vera, awaits. Let's see, is there discussion here?
Well, maybe they could have taken the penalty on the extra point attempt, which, I'll tell you what, maybe not a bad idea.
Well, I don't know. I'm just not real. Shouldn't have been done that way. I'm sorry.
Well, and I said celebration, it's taunting. You know, it's different. You know, last year we had the high five on the way to the end zone. You know, that's celebrating. That's not illegal. But to taunt the player as you're going in.
Well, yeah, you can't do that. That's uncalled for. Well, the freshman gets the extra point, Vera. So now the score is 35-21 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. We're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
All right, we are back. Coyotes did a 47-yard pass from Palomino to Great House. PAT up and good, 35-21. And Coach, what were your prediction was what?
35-21.
Oh, okay. And my prediction was what?
42-28.
So it's getting close, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's going to be some more scoring in this ball game.
All right. There certainly could be.
I'm certain of it. All right, 35-21 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. 4:17 left here in quarter 3. And that is going to be returnable from the 20 is number 5, Steven Morales. And Morales brought down as he's tripped up.
Yeah, let's see who that is. I think it's Mikey.
It is Mikey Lucero.
So the Gadsden Panthers will start with excellent field position after the taunting penalty by Mason Greathouse. So that puts them in another tough spot, this defense. They've been in some tough spots in this game. So far, they've come through for the most part.
And the secondary is Anaya, Carrasco, and Aranda. And look at that. Might be a hold on Gadsden, but I see big Aiden Rutley.
Well, if it's a hold, it'll get declined because I think you'll take a 4-yard loss in the down, wouldn't you? Or were you going to back him up 10?
Well, I would back him up 10. Look at Aiden Rutley. I thought he was on his knees. He stands 6 foot on his knees. You know what I mean? That's a big individual.
Yeah. They do decline it. So.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I like the declining there. Put some 2nd and 14.
Okay. I'm okay with that too.
I don't think 6 yards is worth the down.
All right. I'm okay with that too. 2nd down and 14. Ball's on the left hash now. Coyotes lead 35-21. Quick pass, and that's going to be complete.
Yeah.
I thought there was a hand on that ball, but
might have been. Receiver had to go down and get it. It might have deflected a little bit, but it's going to bring up 3rd and manageable here. And
3rd and 6.
And really down 2 scores late in the 3rd. Probably go for it territory anyway if you don't get it.
This could be the turning point here. Let's see what happens. 3rd down and 6 from the 46. Left hash. Munoz, the quarterback for Gadsden. Dropping back to pass. In trouble. Rolling out to the left side now. And still in trouble. And hit hard by Lynn.
Goodness.
And I'm telling you what, laid the wood on Munoz.
Whoa. Wow. Now, if I'm doing college or NFL stats, or someone is, that's what they call a quarterback hit.
Yes, sir.
We don't track those, but my goodness, what a hit by Noah Lynn.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that was just something.
I mean, Munoz going to be dreaming about that tonight. Win, lose, or draw today.
Tonight, probably the rest of his life, because he's going to be telling that to his children, because that's going to say, hey, you know what? I got hit hard.
I think his children felt that a little bit.
I'm going to tell you what, 4th and 6. Oh, man.
Ooh, Noah Lynn.
Oh, there's a snap, and good recovery. Blocked! It is blocked! It is blocked and recovered by Aranda.
And that is 28. I believe that is Kyle Williams with the block.
Almost knocks over Jeff Lynn. That's Kyle Williams. But let's see what the flag's about. And it's going to be on the Gadsden Panthers.
So Kyle Williams makes a difference on special teams.
Is this the turning point for the Roswell Coyotes?
Well,
I'm going to tell you what.
They go down and score. It's going to be tough for Gadsden to come back 3 scores.
I think the turning point was when Zai Carrasco was going around the turn here as the lead blocker. And I'm going to tell you what. That young man is something else.
Are we finally going to hit Cloud on a fade?
Well, that right there, my friend, is just shy. But they're going to say, oh, Cloud's begging. He says that's pass interference.
Said he held him up, maybe a little illegal contact at the next level. But Palomino getting closer on the fade, you know. First one, oh, man.
Just another step or two or another second or two, and I'm telling you what, they're going to connect before this afternoon is over.
Well, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. And they'd have to be second longer than this not to make this 4 down.
Oh, just from behind. That's a great play. Ava Toscano got tackled for a loss, and that's a great tackle by Rocky Rodriguez for the Gadsden Panthers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they just had the perfect defense dialed up with the blitz coming off the left edge. And, you know, I don't know if Jacob has the ability to check out of a play there, but that was just the perfect defensive play call for the Gadsden Panthers.
3rd down and 13 from the 43, 2:26 left in the third quarter. Coyotes lead 35-21. Palomino at quarterback. Toscano. Oh, look at Palomino right here. He's going to make something happen here from the 40-yard line. And finally will get positive yardage, and he dives over about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to get about 10, and what that does is that takes the decision out of, do I punt this?
That's right. That's right. And
now you put the big dogs in, and you try to get your 3 yards.
There you go.
And if you don't, fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. This is a no-brainer. Go for it here.
Well, you and I are on the same page. 4th and 3 from the 33. Big dog package. Trio right. Palomino quarterback. Carrasco to the right side. And it's just going to be a regular old lead here. Uh-oh! And it looks like the Gadsden Panthers are going to stop the big dog package.
Yeah, that was just a great job. Great job by Gadsden.
Well, and every once in a while, are they saying it's 3rd down? I can see Coach Lynn on the sideline here. He's pointing in 3rd down. He says this was 3rd down, but no, it was 4th.
Yeah, it was 4th down. Maybe he thought it was, but that would be unusual.
Okay, so 1st down and 10. I think you thought differently.
I do too. Boy, that's a good running back.
Wow, this is a very good team.
Tackle made by Dominic Silva. Hadn't called his name too much today. That's the first tackle I have him credited for, but a good one.
Yeah, 2nd down and 8, so 2-yard gain for Gadsden. Marujo in the ball game, secondary, along with Carrasco. There's going to be the pass, and that's going to be
deflected.
Deflected, huh?
Yeah, I didn't see by who. Maybe, I think it was
deflected.
Silva. They're crediting Silva with the deflection. So great plays on consecutive downs for Dom Silva. You talk about the big dog package, and earlier we were talking about depth. One of the reasons that Coach Lynn, who doesn't like to play players both ways, I'll finish it in a minute.
No, you're good, Coach. I'm listening. Got that little cover 2 package right now. They're going to go to the sideline, and that's going to be picked off by the Coyotes. And look at Joe Forstner is fired up and pumped up. Is that intercepted by Joaquin Bolaños?
Keegan Nichols.
Keegan Nichols.
Just a great job.
I like the adjustment where they check to cover 2.
Well, and the point I had started to make was when you put those big dogs in, of which Keegan Nichols is one.
Okay.
Then you can rest them for a few plays, if you do turn it over because you have the depth. So, but after 2 plays, he got back in, and look what he does.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 from the 45, Coyote ball. That's going to be handed off, and Toscano will be tackled for a loss of...
No, it's a fumble.
Is it a fumble?
It's out. Let's see who they give it to. No, they're saying 2nd down. They're going to say.
Yeah, I thought he was down beforehand.
He was down or he got it back. Either way, it's going to be -2 for AB.
Did you see the ball come out?
I thought I did, and certainly Gadsden reacted like it did. But he was either down or he got back on it. I think maybe he got back on it.
All right, 2nd down and 12. About 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Palomino checking. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Motion by Toscano. And Palomino in trouble. Escapes trouble. And he's going to just throw it out of bounds. And, my friend, that
smart play
was a very, very smart play by Palomino.
But it makes you nervous.
But it made me extremely nervous. So that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Let's see, is there a flag? What's the hold up here?
I think just the quarter. Well,
something's not, because the third quarter has expired. But
what's the signal?
Okay, so there it is. Okay, so the third quarter has officially expired. Coyotes lead 35-21. We're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell Stock FM, Coyote football.
What's going on, guys? Jeremy Brola here at Roswell Honda, and today I'm going to talk to you about some specials that we have going on at Honda. We have rates as low as 3.9% on select new Hondas, and we're also offering loyalty cash for our competitors' trade-ins. Not only that, I have over a dozen vehicles priced under $25,000, from cars, trucks to SUVs, different brands that are going to give you super low payments right here at Honda. So come see us.
We are back as the third quarter expires. Coyotes lead 35-21. And they're saying, hold on just a minute. Let it get to 12 minutes so they can start the fourth quarter. Coach, you have any updates?
I do. An 18-yard touchdown pass for Artesia. 1:46 left in the third. It's 43-7.
And my prediction up there is correct.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, empty set for the Roswell Coyotes. Palomino going to try the flats. And number 8, that is Mason Greathouse as he extends. Is he going to be close to the first down?
A little short.
Okay, shy of one?
His third catch. He's going to get 12 yards on that.
All right, so here comes the big dog package. 4th and about 1. I like the effort by Greathouse there. That was that big old body, that big frame extends. 4th and 1. Palomino quarterback from the 36 right hash. Shift over. Trio package. Big dog package. Carrasco in the backfield. We'll hand it off to Zach Carrasco, and Carrasco will have the first down and more. And finally brought out of bounds. And look at that. He sees Mom on the sideline, says, give me some skin, Mom. Look at that. Got the first down for you.
They don't often get to do that.
No, that's pretty cool.
Needed one, got 16.
All right, look at that. You got twins to the top of your screen now. You have Colby Sanchez, Matthew Castillo. 1st and 10 from the 25. Right hash. Palomino, pistol formation. There's an audible. Toscano in the backfield. Motion with Lynn. Hands it over to Abe Toscano from the 20, 15, 10. And finally brought down at the 10-yard line. So good hard run by Abraham Toscano.
Gets him up to 50 yards on 10 carries. That's a 5-yard average for those of you.
No huddle for the Roswell Coyotes. Sorry, partner.
That's all right.
1st and 10 from the 10. Palomino will draw. Oh, I thought he was offsides there for just a second.
Yeah, showing pressure coming from that side. They bring it.
And why not give it to Toscano again? And it looks like Toscano
maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm going to say so. I thought he was down for just a second. Santiago Segura.
Well, that's who was threatening to bring pressure and blitz off that side, and he wasn't just threatening, he did it.
Okay, Colby Sanchez, Matthew Castillo, top of your screen. 2nd down and 10. Coyotes lead 35-21. Palomino getting direction from Gomez. Gomez switching it again. Palomino, pistol formation. Toscano, backfield. Rolling out is Palomino, trying to find Lynn, and that one's going to be incomplete.
Yeah.
And there's a flag. It might be pass interference.
Oh, it will be. He was tackled before the ball got there. That's going to be 1st and goal at the 5.
Yeah, and this
Half
is
the
what
distance.
This is what the Coyotes need right here. They can really put this game out of reach, in my opinion.
No, I think it would be out of reach at 42-21. I mean, 3 scores in less than 10 minutes for Mayfield is.
Say that again.
What?
Say that again.
42-21 would be too much. That's not what you said. you trying to say your prediction's going to come true?
Well, it's pretty darn close, I'm thinking.
Well, you need Mayfield to score one more time.
Yes, sir.
And you're assuming we score here.
I'm assuming we will score here. I am going to say we will score here. Coyotes 35. Gadsden 21. Under 10 minutes left in this contest. Winner will advance to the New Mexico State 5A Championship. Palomino looks to the right side, getting direction from Gomez. Pistol formation to A.B. Toscano. Toscano is going to be close, and it's going to be third down and about 2. Kyle's trying to run some clock here, and I love it where Palomino will probably go under center here and might call his own number.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we're going to get some misdirection.
Play action?
No, I think it's going to be a run.
I think you're going to give Palomino, might call his own number up the middle here. Let's see if he does. As he goes back up and says, hey, Coach, I see something here. Do you give it to Toscano? You going to put a man in motion? Or do you give it to Cloud on the jet sweep? Here it is, 3rd and 2. And there's going to be the toss to A.B. Toscano. Toscano in easy for the touchdown. Touchdown, Coyotes, but there's a flag.
Hold up.
And are they going to call it a hold? Well, it's going to be on the Coyotes, is what they're saying. And it's going to be a holding call on the Roswell Coyotes.
So that will make it 3rd and at least 12. Well, maybe not. The hold could have occurred a yard or 2 downfield. But the big dogs will come in. Well, maybe not all of them. Yep, they are.
Well, at the end of the third quarter in Artesia leads 43-7. And I think that might be safe to say that the Artesia Bulldogs will advance to the 5A state championship.
Really? Artesia in the championship game? Who'd have thunk it?
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to take that one for a long, long time. I'm going to tell you that. But that's okay. We're not going to talk about that. 3rd down and 12 for the Roswell Coyotes. Empty set for Palomino. Palomino in trouble. Going to throw to the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete, but there's a flag. Now, is that going to be pass interference?
Boy, the way they threw the flag,
I think it might be a holding call.
I think it might be a late hit on Palomino or a hit to the head on Palomino.
So you're saying it's going to be a personal foul?
Possibly.
Okay, so let's see. You're looking at the...
Well, just looking at who threw the flag and from which direction.
Well, I'm looking at the secondary, so we have 2 different angles.
Oh, ineligible downfield.
So that's going to be another flag. And that one's going to be on Jeff Lynn, I think.
Well, but there was another one thrown. There's 2 more flags. So they get the...
well, don't get kicked out of the game.
Personal foul on the Coyotes for having the bench on the field. And I guess that's what they were both calling.
All right. Well, okay. So do we have offsetting?
I think we do.
All right. So we have offsetting. Okay. So it's going to be 3rd down and 12. So you have Carrasco.
No. You had a warning. You had a bench warning.
Okay.
Still a flag, but nothing enforced. So 4th and 12.
On top is Carrasco. And Palomino in trouble is going to throw to the end zone. Touchdown!
No signal of a touchdown.
Let's see. They're going to have a discussion here.
Yeah, it was close.
I think it was a touchdown from our angle, but I don't know if they're going to give it to the Coyotes.
It's not.
But it might be a first down.
No, it was 4th and goal.
No, well.
So here's the thing. It's not like the sideline or the back of the end zone where you can just drag your feet. You have to bring the ball across the plane. So
well, I thought it was.
Well, I mean, it's hard to tell up here. It was very close. It's going to be a completion. And was it to Lynn?
That, my friend, I don't know.
I can't imagine them calling a touchdown now.
Well, I certainly thought it was. Maybe I was a little premature on the call, but I'm going to tell you what, the indication is a touchdown.
Oh,
told you it was a touchdown from my angle. Coyotes extend their lead. Touchdown, Coyotes.
And was it Luke Lynn? That's who I'm giving it to, but
Okay, so that's a great job by Palomino as he's hit. He delivers. And Palomino now will get credit for how many yards?
12.
12-yard touchdown pass from Palomino to Lynn. And now the score is 41-21. And there's a timeout on the field.
no, it's a penalty on the field against the Gadsden bench. And honestly, I don't blame him. I mean, I don't know how you get together with no one initially signaling touchdown. I'm fine with them getting together and making sure, but no one said it was a touchdown until they got together. And I did. If it's no one in a striped shirt had it be a touchdown until they talked about it, and that's bad optics.
Well, no, and I understand your point of view, but I did from this area, Coach, and you know how we are. I'm not trying to be biased one way or another. I'm going to tell you, I saw the ball in the end zone, and I thought it was a good call. Coyotes lead 42-21. We're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
All right, so the Coyotes strike again.
Let's talk about predictions of the Artesia game, partner.
Well, I'm going to say right here, 12-yard touchdown pass from Palomino to Lynn, 42-21. As of right now, the predictions here at the Wool Bowl are getting to be real close here, but the prediction in Artesia, I'm going to have to tell you, Coach, looks like you will win that prediction, right?
Well,
you called the victory in Artesia.
Well, yeah, I did, but I tell you what, I had Mayfield scoring a lot more than they did.
I had Mayfield scoring a lot more than they are.
Yeah.
I'll
50-7 now the score in Artesia.
Yeah, an 80-yard touchdown.
I had him scoring 45. I mean, I didn't miss it that much. And you had him scoring 42. We just thought Mayfield would score a lot more than they have.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Gadsden Panthers. Munoz, the quarterback, empty set, trips to the bottom of your screen. Dropping back to pass, in trouble. Quick pass and almost picked off by Aranda. Good defense by Isaiah Aranda.
Really good defense. And so there was not a penalty on Mayfield. They got the bench warning as well. So next time it will be an unsportsmanlike penalty should either bench advance too far into the white area or the field. But like you said, just whatever you do, don't get kicked out of this game.
All right, Munoz in trouble again. It looks like there's going to be a holding call. That's going to be picked off! And that's going to be number 9, Andrew Padilla. He's going to go. And finally brought down at the 6-yard line, but we have two penalty flags on the field.
This might come back on offsetting penalties. I think there was a hold, but we might have got some kind of personal foul on the Coyotes after the interception on some kind of illegal block, a low block or a chop block. Yeah. We'll see. I'm going to sort it out.
Well, what do you think about that? Andrew Padilla is showing some athleticism there.
Well, I mean, he's been an offensive player his whole career until this year, so
absolutely
he could do it.
Absolutely. Good job by Andrew Padilla. Looks like there's hope that young man's okay over there on the east side of the field.
So holding, and then the personal foul, blow to the head on the Coyotes, so they will offset. That will negate the interception, and it will be first down over again. Actually, second down over again. So you hate to take that away from Padilla, but that's exactly what we got. And let's hope that young man's okay anytime you have a blow to the head.
Yeah, that's not good there. Hey, quick shout out while we have a chance. Cody Dotson we text each other once a year. And today he is texting me for probably the first and last time. Hey, maybe next week as well, but he's actually watching from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay. Cody and I share a birthday, so happy half birthday there, or birthday coming up, Cody. And thank you for your service. It's in the Navy, I believe.
I think that's correct.
Also played tennis for me, so just a good kid.
Are you showing your age?
Absolutely. All right, players still down.
Well, Coach, you want to take a break?
Yeah, I think we can take one at least.
All right, we'll be right back. Coyotes leads 42-21. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon. I'm Steven, Uncle Savings View Seal, and welcome to Roswell Hyundai. Listen, today we've got wonderful vehicles out here for sale, and listen, let me tell you something. If you find this golf ball sitting in any Palisade during your test drive this weekend, we're giving away $25 million in cash.
No, I told you we can't do that. Cut. Let's do this again.
I don't understand. We're making this video then.
I told you we can't do that.
Mind.
Roswell Coyote Sports.
All right, we are back. And it looks like the injury was Zach Minhadis. And
well, that's big.
Yeah, and he is walking off, so he's going to be okay, it appears. Second down. Okay, well, let's
Yeah, Minhada is one of their top receivers, if not their top receiver. So that's a loss to them. It's going to be 2nd and 10 over again after the offsetting penalties negate the interception.
All right, so you have Aranda, Carrasco, and Marujo in the secondary. Cover 3. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Munoz is going to go up the middle, and hit hard. It was caught by number 4, Christopher Orozco, but wow, Zach Carrasco with a big hit.
Ooh.
Scary.
Yeah, was that bigger than the Noah Lynn hit earlier? It's hard to say.
It's going to be close because that.
I'll tell you, I got a more of a running start, but he's not going 270.
Are they calling that a flag?
No.
They are. They're calling it. They're going and said that he led with the helmet.
Oh, come on. I respectfully disagree. That was a vicious, hard hit, but there was nothing illegal about it.
Just because you hit hard is not saying there's nothing illegal. That's right.
That's unfortunate.
All right, cover 2 here for the Coyotes. 1st and 10 now for the Gadsden Panthers. And Munoz loses the ball.
Is it Munoz?
No, it's not Munoz. That was number 7. That looks like Silver Morales.
I thought it was number 4, Christopher Orozco.
Hold on a minute.
But Munoz is out there. Maybe it was Munoz.
Well, I saw at the very last minute there, I thought it was number 7, but maybe not. I wish we had a spotter down there to confirm it. No, it is. That's number 1.
Yeah, it must
that's
have just
Adrian
been
Munoz. Yeah. All right, so he just fell out of his hand.
But a 10-yard loss.
There's the screen and another loss.
Maybe a gain of 1. Big hit from Gage Gladue. He did not get him down. And then he's wrapped up, I believe, by Keegan Nichols.
Secondary again, you have Aranda, you have Padilla, Carrasco, Marujo. Going to mix it up here, playing that cover 2 again.
3rd and 20, so you know they're going to the air.
And that one's going to be picked off by Zach Carrasco. He's still inbounds. And he says, give me some room because I'm going to try to take this all the way. And finally falls down about the 49-yard line. So the second interception by Zach Carrasco. Looking downstairs here, you see Mr. Pilar Carrasco and brother as they're dancing in the stands.
Yeah, great job on the pick. Great job staying in bounds and always a threat with the football in his hands. He does get 16 yards on the return.
42-21 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. Now, Coach, you go try to score again, or you use some clock here? What's your opinion?
Oh, it's. I mean, either is fine. I don't think you get too aggressive here. I think you use some clock.
Look at that. Godoy on his feet and finally brought down at the 26.
And Luke Lynn says it might be coming back.
Is there a flag?
Oh, there's a flag late. 25-yard carry for Godoy. And a personal foul. Face mask on the defense will add to it.
All right.
So that should take them half the distance, I believe, to the 13. Should have been half the distance. They're going to mark off all 15 yards. No, it's the 13. I had it right.
Excuse me. 1st and 10 from the 13. And again, that's number 6, Luis Godoy, getting some reps here with a 6:15 left in the ball game.
Yeah, and I'll be surprised if they throw the ball. I think they're gonna run it 3 more times here as needed.
I'm gonna try to seal this off here.
Dominic Pacheco coming in the game as a receiver for Colby Sanchez. So this is the Chihuahua package with
and there you go, huh?
Pacheco and Castillo both in the game.
You can call it 1st and 11, and there is Palomino rolling out to the right side, going to the end zone, and just misses. And who is that? Is that Joaquin Bolaños? No, that's number 14. That's Noah Estrada.
Yeah, a little surprised at that, but not concerned about the clock at this point. They try to get Estrada a touchdown there.
All right, Coach. Let's see what happens here. 3rd down and 10. They're going to call it 3rd down and 11, actually, from the 14-yard line. You still have Luis Godoy in the backfield. Trio. Tight trio. Palomino. Oh, there's a hold there, it looks like. I think we dodged the bullet there. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Coyotes. But that's going to come back.
What a catch by Luis Godoy. Getting the foot down, making the grab in the back of the end zone. And it's all for naught.
Yeah, I saw that from up here.
Yeah, it was.
I thought that was C.J. Kennard.
So you can cheer and throw the confetti and play the fight song all you want, but
that is coming back.
That is going to be a holding penalty. Too many penalties for the Roswell Coyotes today on both sides of the ball. That's what I count as the 5th, not counting offsetting. 3 15-yard penalties on the defense, so they're going to have to clean that up for next week when they're playing a tougher team.
A little bit.
And they're finally going to call that. They've been getting them to jump into the neutral zone a few times, but they're finally going to get some of that yardage back here on the offsides.
So I think it's going to be safe to say that the Artesia Bulldogs will advance to the New Mexico 5A State Football Championship next weekend.
I think it's safe to say the Roswell Coyotes will too.
And after this touchdown, after this drive here, there's going to be a little pass over to
catch by Luke
over the
Lynn.
top.
And that's going to be a 1st and goal. My goodness. 17 yards.
And that's a big individual right there. Okay, so it is official. The Artesia Bulldogs will advance to the 5A state championship 50-14 as they defeat Mayfield. And it appears that we will have a rematch from last year's state championship. That means that the Roswell Coyotes will be hosting the state championship next week. 1st and 1. And there's going to be a little toss, and Toscano might lose one.
Might lose 3. Let's check the spot. I think he's going to lose 3.
Okay. Well, the clock continues. We're under 4 minutes and 37 seconds left here in this ball game. So, yeah, of course, the Roswell Coyotes played in the state championship last year as they traveled to Artesia, lost the state championship. I believe it was by 2 touchdowns. What was the score to last year's state championship? Do you remember?
It was 2 touchdowns. I think it's 35-21.
21, yeah. All right. Let's see. There is a Coyote with the ball. Looks like Matthew Castillo still running. He's at the 10-5 and brought down out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
He's going to lose 1. I think he's out at the 5, isn't he?
Well, let's see the spot. You had the better angle.
They're going to give him
there.
the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 0.
Okay, so no yards.
So this is win number 99 for Coach Jeff Lynn at Roswell High School.
Oh, really?
Hoping to make it an even 100 next
mark,
week.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, there's Palomino. Let's see if he will hand that off over to A.B. Toscano. No, he decides to go to a quick slant. Good defense.
Yep, excellent defense.
Number 9, that's Gabriel Hernandez.
Yep, looking for Don Pacheco. And that will bring up 4th down. It looks like the big dogs will come in for 4th and goal at the 4.
I was almost thinking that they were going to kick a field goal. What does that say?
Oh. That's not going to help you here, partner. You had 42-28.
I know it. I know it. Not over yet. All right, here comes Carrasco. He's at quarterback now.
Oh, runs into Bolaños.
And throws a touchdown pass.
Hitting me on the busted play.
Carrasco.
Oh, my gosh.
So Carrasco will throw a touchdown pass. Is that to Great House?
Yep. His 3rd.
4 yards out or so?
Yep. So Great House, who had 1 touchdown on the season coming in, I believe, has 3 touchdowns today.
Oh, wow. Here comes the freshman kicker, Avira. And that is going to be up and good. So Coyotes now extend their lead 49-21 with 4 minutes left in this contest. We're going to take a break. Coyote football on KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
All right, welcome back to Coyote football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com, KUND Radio, Coyote score. Carrasco at quarterback on the busted play. Had a 4-yard touchdown pass to Great House. Great House scores 3 times. Carrasco had a pick 6. I don't know. What else can that kid not do?
Yeah. He's caught a pass. He's thrown a pass. He's run the ball. He's intercepted.
And had quite the hit earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, but I'm going to tell you next week, Coach, I think it is now safe to say that the Roswell Coyotes will be advancing to the 5A state championship game. And see right there, I saw there, they were trying to get Castillo there. He pushed him in the helmet, but that's all right. Don't get kicked out. You're going to the state championship game next week. Now, here's the thing. Next week, since the Roswell Coyotes will win this ball game, Coach Lynn, I love it right here. Let me talk. We're not going to go to commercial, but here's the thing. Coach Lynn is more than likely going to talk to his team and say, listen, you're up 49-21. You're going to advance to the 5A state championship. Be smart. Don't be stupid. Do not get ejected, whatever or whatsoever. So that way they're going to be good to go for next week. Now, that game will be on Saturday, is my understanding, at 1 p.m. The Artesia Bulldogs will travel over to Roswell to play in the Wool Bowl because the Roswell Coyotes traveled last year, so they have to owe each other. And I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be one heck of a contest next week, and I bet you money that we'll have over 10,000 people and many, many, many watchers on KSVP.
Yeah, you said there was a meeting and there will not be additional seating?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
So we did have a pre-land meeting just in case, and of course it looks like that's going to happen. It will happen. So, you know, back in the day, they used to have some extra seating in the end zone area. That is not, and that will not happen this year. So you better get your tickets in advance. It will be a sold-out crowd, I'm sure of it, and standing room outside the track area. So
yeah, I mean, we could line them up along the fence as Artesia,
yes, you can.
As Artesia had last year at their facility. I don't think they seat quite as many as we do, but yeah, get your tickets early.
I was talking to Scott Seimer. You and I were. There's going to be another. That's going to be incomplete. So I was talking to Scott Seimer last week, or we were a couple weeks ago actually. They were saying that it was about 8,000 or so, maybe a little bit more last year in the Bulldog Bowl in the state championship game. Now,
yeah, I think we can beat that here.
Well,
I think
you're right.
I think we seat more than that.
Well, we actually seat right about between 8,000 and 9,000 is my understanding, but we will have 10,000 plus people here in this stadium next week. And I'm going to tell you what, Artesia will bring as many. They're going to bring the whole town over.
Yeah.
They're going to try to win consecutive state championships. But I'm going to tell you what, the Roswell Coyotes are going to prepare for them starting on Monday. And just take it easy. There's going to be a slide. One of the things that this year, Coach, you know, of course, last year, traditionally, the last 7-8 years in a row, the Coyotes have been practicing on Thanksgiving morning, you know, and it's been kind of neat to see. But this year, they're going to be practicing on Thanksgiving morning to prepare for the Artesia Bulldogs in the New Mexico 5A state championship game.
Well, and every other day, you know,
yes,
between now and then. They probably get Sunday off, but tomorrow. But yeah, it's going to be epic. I mean, if last year's game was great, this year's game, no reason why it won't be as well.
Well, and I'm going to tell you what, that's going to be another pickoff. That one's going to be by number 28, Kyle Williams. And Kyle Williams has had a pretty good game today as well, too.
Well, the block kick and now the interception. And not even a starter.
Yeah, Coach, what we were saying, just next week is going to be interesting. I'm going to tell you what, we have met with the superintendent, administrators. You know, we're trying to get prepared for this game already. And, you know, we'll have, you know, state police, SO, city police, you know, we'll have paramedics, we'll have everybody here at the Wool Bowl next weekend. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be at 1 o'clock. It hasn't been confirmed. It's either going to be 1 or 2, but I think it's going to be at 1 o'clock. And it will be, it should be, they said it's going to be a little chilly, about the mid-40s next Saturday.
Well, yeah, and you know, that obviously might change a little bit, but it is going to be cool. It's going to be chilly. Francisco Guzman, the sophomore JV quarterback in the game right now to close this one out. But yeah, it's going to be, that won't keep the crowd from coming, though. I promise you. Get your tickets early. Get here early if you want to sit in a good spot as Godoy goes down for a big loss there.
Right.
It's going to be a 10-yard loss for Godoy. Cut his rushing total in by a third for the day.
Oh, yeah, we have plenty of security already, and I tell you what, I know it's going to be Thanksgiving. Well, it is Thanksgiving week.
Well, yeah, if you got people in town, have them stay an extra couple days and come to an outstanding football game.
All right, so let's see. We have an update thanks to Sean Naranjo. Dexter and Robertson tied at 24, under 5 minutes left. That game is being played, I believe, in Dexter.
I believe that Dexter's on the road, but
Are they on the road? Okay.
I think I saw that, but
I thought the Dexter Demons were the number 2 seed, and then
maybe I'm making that up.
Robertson. Okay, well, maybe it is. I'm not sure. He'll give me a text here in just a minute to confirm that. 4th and 20 now for the Roswell Coyotes. Ike Carrasco set to kick.
Oh, yeah, he punts too.
Yeah, he does about everything.
Owen Williams almost with a great tackle, but they will wrap him up. Williams having himself a day.
Sure is.
So minute 46 left, and yes, we have the matchup that we all were kind of hoping for, anticipating, all that good stuff. You know, the 1 seed taking care of a very good Gadsden team, the 4 seed, and Artesia, the 2 seed, handling the 6-seeded Mayfield Trojans rather easily.
I'm just looking downstairs there. Look at that man downstairs, that head coach, Jeff Lynn. He's just walking, pacing, he's just cool, calm, and collected right now. He's saying, hey, finish strong. You got a minute and 45 seconds left. You're up 49-21. The Coyotes will advance to the 5A state championship game next weekend here in Roswell. They'll be taking on the Artesia Bulldogs as they defeat the Mayfield Trojans. And there's going to be a timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Registration for the spring semester is on now at ENMU Roswell. A great career in healthcare, arts and sciences, or technical trades is waiting for you. Now's the time to skill up and get certified. Register today for spring 2025 classes and talk with an advisor. Log on to roswell.enmu.edu. ENMU Roswell, success starts here.
Success starts here. ENMU Roswell.
All right, welcome back to the Wool Bowl. Coyotes lead 49-21. A minute 46 seconds left in this ball game. Empty set for Munoz. No, there's a new quarterback. I'm sorry. That's going to be Kelly Stevens.
He's going to be the victim of a drop by Christopher Roscoe. Yeah, Kelly Stevens is also a senior, the backup.
Big boy.
Yeah, with a good ball there, but yeah, they list him at 6'3", 205. That's good quarterback size, any level.
All right, Coach. I think it is safe to say the Coyotes are going to win this ball game. Now, the Gadsden Panthers have had themselves a good season. They will now fall to 8-3 in the year. And, they've had, I was looking at their roster, had a few seniors, but what do you tell your seniors if you were Coach Facio?
Well, it's definitely a program on the rise for sure. So, I think that, this didn't just happen this year. This isn't a one-hit wonder. This isn't get a delay penalty here.
Yep.
This isn't a fluke for Gadsden. They've been on the rise for several years. So I'm sure that what he tells these guys is look, we keep building on what we've been building, and we can be right there at the end next year. Roswell and Artesia, a lot of seniors, so this is going to be a team in the mix next year as well, in my opinion.
And I know you did a lot of your research, your history, Coach. The last time the Gadsden Panthers were in the semifinal game,
it was 50 years ago. I mean, this is something that they have not been able to accomplish. Oh, and Mr. Williams, you're going to get a flag on that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. Well, and also the Gadsden Panthers, they have won a state championship, and I believe you said 3 consecutive.
Well, and then they won one since then.
Years and won one since.
Yeah, right. They won some of the first state championships that were actually played and not awarded back in the 50s. They went 3 years in a row and undefeated in those 3 years.
Right.
But yeah, of course, that's back in the Buddy Holly days.
All right, 1st and 10 for Gadsden. Have a new quarterback for Gadsden, Kelly Stevens, rolling out to the right side. He's going to find a receiver. The intended receiver was Juan Carlos Enriquez, but incomplete.
Maybe call that one a drop too. He got both his hands on it. Unfortunately, it will stop the clock with 1:02 left.
Due to the incompletion.
I think both sides right now just kind of wanting it to be over.
So 2nd down and 10. 62 seconds left in this contest. Uh-oh. Those girls, they just do too many flips, man. I'll tell you what. Well, that guy has a good arm. That number 10, Kelly Stevens, throws a good ball. So it's going to be another incomplete pass. And now it's 56.1 seconds left. 3rd down and 10.
Oh, we just had Asea Ortega in the game on defense. That's, I believe, her first action on defense. She's listed as a running back. To our knowledge, the first female Roswell Coyote football player.
And what number is she?
She's 26. She just checked out.
Okay.
Must have been in there as a linebacker.
Got the action. And it's going to be caught by Anthony Palomares.
And gang tackle there, led by Ramage. Give him credit for it.
And you said Ortega was number
26, I believe.
Asea? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
because you know, coach and the staff wouldn't just put her out there unless she could handle herself, and that's now he's had her in on offense and defense, so that's nice.
Yep. So we're under 30 seconds now, and there's a flag.
Penalty on the offense, and if this were the NFL, we'd have a 10-second runoff here, but we won't here. But they will wind the clock, and so
this will be more than likely the last play. How many timeouts? Maybe it might get to. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, they've got incompletion, or I doubt they'd call a timeout, but an incompletion would get you another play.
Oh, good hit.
And that's exactly what we'll have.
Tanner Ramage. One last play for the Gadsden Panthers, possibly.
Well, we're gonna have to.
Yep.
So Stevens will get the play, and this will likely be a long pass to end the game.
Well, let's see. Did you have the over or the under on that one, Coach?
Well, you're 7 off on both scores, and I am none off on one, and see 49. I'm 14, so we're going to be about even unless they score here.
Well, that's going to be the ball game. Nothing you can do about it. Game's over. And so the Roswell Coyotes will advance to the 5A state championship as they win 49-21. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and talk a little statistics. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Professional-grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Our new business solution is providing an amazing Wi-Fi experience. Frankie's Cafe is booming more than ever. I'm here, undercover, to check it out.
Oh, excuse me. Hi. Would you mind taking a video I can upload to TikTok?
Oh, this happens a lot. Sure. I'm a TikTok guy. Oh, you can add different music.
Oh, no, I meant, can you take a video of us?
And that's called a photo.
Put in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
All right, welcome back. Coyotes win 49-21 and will advance to next week's 5A state championship, and we'll be taking on the Artesia Bulldogs. And, Coach, let's talk a little statistics before we end this game.
All right. We had Ben Vera, a perfect 7 for 7 on extra points. Zai Carrasco, 2 punts for a total of 70 yards for a 35-yard average. 2 kickoff returns in the game, both by Jalen Cloud for a total of 13 yards. Defensively, Coyotes led by a whole host of people, but Keegan Nichols had 4 tackles. Aiden Rutley, 4 tackles, 2 of those for loss. Noah Lynn, 3 tackles, all of those for loss. Multiple tackles by Gage Gadu, Cannon Ramage, Mikey Lucero, and Zai Carrasco. Zai Carrasco also had 2 interceptions, one of those a pick 6, a total of 56 return yards. Interception by Kyle Williams, an interception by Keegan Nichols, fumble recovery by Gage Ledoux, fumble recovery by Mason Greathouse, and a blocked kick by Kyle Williams. Offensively, Coyotes had 3 quarterbacks in the game. Francisco Guzman 0 for 1 passing. Zai Carrasco 1 for 1 passing, a 4-yard touchdown. And Jacob Palomino 6 of 13 for 140 yards and 3 touchdowns. Those passes went to Zai Carrasco caught 1 for 7 yards. Luke Lynn caught 2 for 29 yards and a touchdown. Abe Toscano caught 1 for 51 yards. Couldn't get in the end zone, though. But I'll tell you who could get in the end zone, and that was Mason Greathouse. 4 catches, 69 yards, and 3 touchdowns receiving, tripling his touchdown total for the season. Running the football, it was Matt Castillo, 2 carries for -7 yards. Luis Godoy, 4 carries for 21 yards. Jalen Cloud, 4 carries, 29 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Palomino, 6 carries, 70 yards and a touchdown. Zai Carrasco, 5 carries for 46 yards. One of the few things he didn't do was run for a touchdown. He scored 2 other ways. And then A.B. Toscano led the team in rushing as he usually does, 13 carries for 50 yards. Those are the stats, and on to the championship.
All right, real quick, had an update. The Dexter Demons win on a last-second field goal, and they will advance to the state championship in the 3A classification. They beat Robertson 27-24. All right, and for the game here, once again, the Roswell Coyotes win 49-21. The Gadsden Panthers now will close their season and have an overall record of 8-3, a Final Four team, and the Roswell Coyotes now will improve their record to 10-1. And I tell you what, it's going to be a heck of a contest. TBA on the time next week, but I believe it's going to be at 1 o'clock. It is confirmed? Mm-hmm. Okay, so next Saturday, the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on the Artesia Bulldogs at 1 p.m. here at the Wool Bowl. And get your tickets early, gofan.com, as it will be sold out quick. I think they'll be going on sale as early as Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, safe travels back to Gadsden. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald closing it out. We'll see you next week. And it's always a great day to be a Coyote. Have a good night, safe travels, and happy Thanksgiving.
That concludes this edition of Roswell Coyote Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksdptv.com is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Candlewood Suites, Central Valley Electric Cooperative, Dion's Pizza, Salads, and Subs, Eastern New Mexico University, Farmers Country Market, Maupin and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Richland Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Roswell Seed, Trustmark Roofing, Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Inigo Machinery, Richland Motors, Wakefield Oil, Plateau, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, and Wakefield Oil Express. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
With this